start recording, transition, boom! How's it going, guys? What is going on? Check it out. No more black screen, back to the white screen. If everything goes smoothly, and I mean like super smoothly, this should not lag anymore. So far, so good. So far, so bloody good. Oh, we got my boy Chuckles joining us. What is going on, Chocks?
Hi, everyone.
I believe it's fixed. It's cured. It's all done in the house. How's it going, guys? We got Brenton in the house. We got Paolo in the house. How's it going, guys? We got Blake. What is
It's working,
up?
yeah?
Yeah, it's
Probably
working.
all clogging up your memory and all that stuff. All that.
No, it wasn't that. It was, well,
It's
you
a
mean...
defrag your machine. You defrag
I
your
defragged
hardware.
it, but
That's
before
probably
then,
that.
Nah, I defragged it afterwards, and what I done is
Remember all those like crashing. It's messed up that whole. It's messed up that vault. Files there. Now you defrag a machine, and that vault is going.
yeah, you're
nice and safe.
Yo,
God, it's hot in here.
hey Lucian, what's missing? You need to.
Charge the shit.
I got a charger for you here. Here.
I've got it here.
No, here.
You took it.
No.
It's on the table over here. Yeah, it's plugged in now.
No.
Take up my power.
Hey Romain, how you doing? Today's reservation day for Artorias SDU. Absolutely right. Reservation starts today and goes on till validation Tuesday. Kurt is looking forward to Majora's Mask, Banjo, and Conquer. I love it, mate. All three. Gonna see all of them this year for sure.
And yep. In a different stream.
Sup, Adam? Oh, baby. Yeah, Michael, I can send you it for free. As long as you give me some lolly. JB in the house, how's it going, mate? We got Bradley Chatterby King. 4 hours sleep and up for this morning. Off for a 12-hour sleep. Then off for a 12-hour shift.
Oh
That sounds pretty hard. Core, what's up?
I can finally log in as myself.
What? Amazing.
That's BS.
How come?
I don't know. It still won't let me type.
That is weird. That is very, very weird. Hey Kurt, that's what we're in the business. We're in the business of selling childhood memories. Hi F4F. Hi Chocks, how you doing?
Oh, this is what it feels like to be a first timer.
Yeah, it's like that to be a first timer.
Chocos.
Guys, the stream is smooth. I guess the timing on this is actually quite. I seems to be quite.
Touch wood.
Touch wood.
Yeah, let's see if we can survive a whole episode.
My understanding, I didn't do too much this week. It's been a little bit chilled down because the factory's gone offline. So therefore, Chocks, can we say right now that we're gonna do a 3-player who dat? Can we do that? Because it's Chinese New Year and all. All that sort of. Gong xi fa cai. And then you do your version.
Really?
You do your version, was it?
What?
Gong hei fa.
Come on, let's get to work.
Oh, right. What is up, guys? We're
No
going to kick
time
it
for
off.
celebration.
Good morning, America. Good afternoon, EU. Good evening, Asia. And a very good evening to Australasia. How's it going? It is today, the 16th of February, 2018, also known as Chinese New Year, the year of the doggy.
Yeah, the doggy. Is that good for you? Is it a good sign for you this year?
I was the year of the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was last year.
Right.
And when it's really depressing when I met Harvey's tutor.
Yeah.
And
Is she
I don't know
nice?
how it came. Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah.
And it came. I don't know how it came up in the conversation, but she was also year of the chicken. 12 years younger than me.
Really? Exactly. Wow. She's young then.
Wait, that makes me old then.
She's really young then.
Indeedy. So, do I have red underwear? I do have on red underwear.
I don't have anything red, so for this year, I'm gonna. For today only, I'm celebrating Chinese New Year with something red.
That's perfect, actually. That works.
Come on, Coca-Cola,
really,
hit me up.
Really well.
Hit me up, Coca-Cola.
Absolutely. What is up, Paolo? Are you asking about the guts? Are you asking about the Alucard? How's it going? Turjay. It's the year of the rooster, not the chicken. Actually, Michael, it's the year of the phoenix. The year of the phoenix. What time is it where you guys... How are you guys doing? What should you be doing instead of watching the... Chuckles isn't wearing any underwear.
Oh, you know, JB.
Going commando. Trinity Young, how's it going, mate? Are you doing all right on this Friday morning? If I was born in 1996, what year would I be? You would be the year of the banjo. The year of the banjo.
96.
If you're born in the 1996, what year were you? Chinese zodiac right there. Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, there.
Yeah. Rat!
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 Spy rat! Who said that?
Paolo was
who's
if Paolo's 1982, then mate, this is your year, mate. Then you are a doggy.
Who's born in 1996?
Kurt. How can he be born in 1996 and say that banjo is his childhood? Banjo came out then. You weren't playing games by then, mate. It's all gone wrong. It's all going wrong, mate. Banjo came out in like 98 or something like that, yeah? So if it came out in 98 and you were born in 96, mate, you were not playing games at 2. And that was not your childhood. Don't pretend. What is up, Kurt?
Can you remember anything from when you're 2? You can't, can you?
Stephanie says she's a horse. Her bro's a rat. They're not supposed to get along. And boy, didn't we when we were younger. Michael's 97. He's an ox.
Yeah, he's a.
Oh,
he's a cow.
Jesus.
He's a cow.
Tylee.
Tylee, what?
He's 93. He's 12 years younger than me.
Tilly. Tilly.
Congrats, Cassandra. Doggy. That's the year of the doggy. You can play old games when you're 8. True. I am 1987. That good wabbit.
Rabbit is a good sign.
They're all good in their own way. They're all like
Rabbit's good though, isn't it? Rabbit and dragon.
No.
Yeah.
You mean like personality-wise going together?
No, like rabbit, like money.
What?
Yeah.
Surely this is like
dragon. It depends whether you born in the beginning of the year or the end of the year.
Oh, the head of the end.
Near the end of the year, it's just lazy dragon.
It's also to do with personality types blending, like because Kanako's dragon and I'm rooster or phoenix. They're supposed to go really, really well. They're supposed to go together really, really well.
Right. No, it's good then. If you want to believe that.
Well, I'm married her, so I do.
You're still young.
Barry asking the real questions. What? Can you answer his question? I don't want to say it. Makes me feel sad.
With what? Barry?
Yeah.
Goddamn 7-Eleven closing early on Chinese New Year.
What's going on? Don't they know we're streaming? How can goat be great?
Goat's good. Goats are shit, what was goats for? Yeah, can't remember.
So this is for the year of the dog.
Yeah,
You've got a little fortune for doggies, right?
It tells you the ranking. I don't know why. This is like, I don't know who wrote this.
Is that just for this year though?
It's probably, alright? 2018, yeah, it's this year, right?
Yeah, but what I mean
Fortune
is
in 2018.
I mean, is that the dog rating overall? Only in
year.
2008,
Probably,
or what
yeah.
was like 12 years ago would have been like. I don't think Traveling China Guy was actually online at the time, so maybe we don't know.
No, I'm assuming it's probably by year, right? Because it makes sense, because every year changes.
Gong si fa tai bari. Good morning, Carol. How you doing? Where's Mike? Is he working hard? Is it convention week?
It is for Dabs.
Yeah, he's on the way to New York. He's on the way
to New York, yeah. So, guys, there's not going to be a live Q&A recap from David. He's on his way to New York. spying on everyone else.
Speaking of, oh yeah, because he's going to the
He's going to the
Javits,
the toy fair, yeah.
Speaking of which, guys, cheers the beat.
But he's gonna try and find a laptop over there somewhere, and maybe in a hotel room or something.
Got his priorities right.
And he's gonna do a recap after the stream. So
that is what a recap is. So
guys,
yeah,
do when you see him, do say, you know, thank you very much and all that stuff, because without him doing a live recap, you know, those poor guys that's not joining the stream won't know anything.
Absolutely. So this week, he's in Texas visiting a friend. Nice one, Carol. Send him our regards.
Ooh.
All I am is a rat, but is it true rats are looked up to in China? Yeah, because we breed monster rats over here in China, so we have to look up to them because they're so bloody massive.
Now they eat them.
That's why they've grown massive, isn't it?
Anything with 4 legs, they eat that.
And without, snaky, yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
We had some. What's the weirdest thing you've had?
The snake bit, the what do you call it? The dam.
Nani?
You know, so they slit up the snake,
yeah,
and then the dam was like, I don't know, like tonsils or tongue. I don't know what it is in English, and that's supposed to be good for your blood and stuff.
Have you had that?
I haven't had that. It's supposed to taste really foul, but,
yeah.
But you're supposed to, like,
I'm sure it doesn't sound very nice.
And then obviously there's like blood in the soup and whatever it is.
What's the weirdest thing you've had? Not heard of, but had.
Had.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it on cam.
Let us know in the comments what's the weirdest thing you've had. What's the weirdest thing you've had?
I think I might have had.
Yeah, I've had chow fan. I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But knowingly as well.
In Hong Kong.
No.
Because it's...
Alright. You know, my dad's got the most amazing story when you ask this question. Like, you won't believe the story. Like, check this out, guys. My dad is working, you know, he's retired now, but he used to be in charge of the aid. He used to be in charge of the British aid in sort of East Asia and including Northeast Asia and some Southeast Asia. Towards the end of his time in China, because that was like the central hub, he was in charge of maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 countries, and that's going to like Laos, Cambodia. You know, this is the British aid money that goes to help developing countries, and of course, the aid program in China is becoming much and much smaller because, of course, China is so wealthy. It's actually now more about how China is going to be an aid giver in other places. So teaching, sort of helping with China's aid program in Africa, which is like a totally different kind of aid program that everybody else is like, everyone's like, oh, Africa, poor Africa. Oh no, let's give them lots of money to fight like, you know, diseases and education, this sort of stuff, right? China's like, nah, mate, I'm going in there. I'm going to give you money for investment. We're going to like completely develop your things because I'm going to get all that resources. But I'm also going to, you know, develop that by just sort of that sort of stuff, by employing people to help with the development of, you know, the resources or whatever it is. It's a much more pragmatic approach. My understanding, of course, everyone's too mindset. Oh, poor Africa, and they had that kind of mindset, right? Whereas China's like, no. Let's go in. Let's develop it the way that they've developed themselves. You know, okay, tarmac that road. Let's get going. Let's do all of that, all that sort of good stuff. Now, when my dad was in charge of this budget, one of the most amazing things was, speaking of, because North Korea is in the program at the moment, everyone's talking about it. He actually got a chance to go to North Korea. Yeah. Because he was technically in charge of North Korea as well, but there wasn't any aid program for it. Politics, whatever it may be.
Right.
But he actually got invited to go to North Korea. He said it was pretty desperate. But that was interesting. But, sorry, going back to the most weirdest thing. Of course, when you're in charge of millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of government aid, right? You can imagine that all of a sudden you're sitting there with a huge aid budget that you've got to like, you know, you got to spend it in a way that you see fit. And a really good example is there's like this really, really long bridge in between 2 places in China, right? And British aid went towards paying towards that, right? As an example. Or there might be something as simple as going to your local, you know, going to the local school and helping to develop it, get a new wing, some of that sort of stuff. Hospitals, blah 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 blah. But you can imagine, Chocks, you're in charge of this lolly, right?
Mm.
What do you think is going to happen when you're in China and they know that you're the one who holds the purse strings? What do you think happens?
To your dad, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Ask him next time.
No. It's going to be things like, oh, like here's some like really expensive gifts, and here's this, as a kind of like sweetener, right? Oh yeah, because the guys are approving the budget, right? Approving the deal, and when you got that sort of
Presents, yeah.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars, right? I don't know exactly what it is. I might be hyperbole, huh? Well, it's not his money.
Yeah, still.
Well,
gonna say, hey,
well, he's not gonna. He's not
one of your delegates.
Okay, it's not quite the same because it's more like you're dealing with local officials.
Yeah.
In the government, the Chinese government, to talk about the A program. It's never to do with private individuals. It's about local.
I'm not trying to say,
Yeah. But you can imagine, but you can imagine that there's a massive amount of sort of interesting things that you may or may not get, or be.
What did he receive?
And there's obviously there is very clear guidelines about what you can and can't receive.
Yeah. Tips and stuff like that. Yeah.
So the most amazing thing was these banquets. When you that's stuff that you can't control that, right?
Yeah.
You can't control that. You go when you fly out on mission, you go to these sort of places. It's like, for example, do you know Wenzhou? There was that place. There was a massive earthquake 5, 6, 7 years ago. He went out there, government aid, mosquito nets. That
More
sort of
than
stuff.
just government aid, like Hong Kong donated.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. The point being, these are examples of when him going on site to see what's going on. When you're in Beijing, you're just chilling. You're in government. You're doing your own thing. You're in your own office. But when you go on site, it's a different kettle of fish, and you can't control what people give you. Food-wise, it's a banquet. It's always going to be a banquet. The Chinese typical banquets: 10 meals. Last one's a bit of rice, a bit of noodles. You're never supposed to finish it because it's really disrespectful. Because it's like, they didn't give you enough, right? That sort of thing, right? So, just like our typical evening set meal, etc., right? That is a sort of 5-10 minute scenario to give you. So when you can understand this next bit that I tell you, pay attention, guys. Is when you won't believe this, right, Chocks? Right. When he was in Chengdu, right? He's having this meal, and then he eats this thing because obviously he's as white as they come. Doesn't speak a word of English. Of course, he's got a word
of Chinese. You mean?
Sorry, a word of Chinese. He hasn't got his he's got his translators there and stuff. But he's eating away, and when you're in China, kind of the stuff you're like, all right, whatever. You're not quite sure.
Yeah.
Only did he realize after he had what he couldn't quite taste what it was, or wasn't sure what it was. Did he realize from the translator? Did he realize that he was trying giant panda?
All right. Wow.
Apparently, giant panda with a little bit of garlic.
Tastes like what?
A little bit of garlic, apparently, with a little bit of herbs and spices, a dash of little butter, bit of a whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Put it on a bit of a pancake, roll it up like kind of Beijing duck style, but we call it giant panda style, right? Bit of sauce. Eat that up, right?
Right.
He said it was the most amazing thing ever. Says it tasted just like chicken.
No, did he say he said that before he realized it was panda? Or he said it afterwards?
No. When he realized, he ate it first, then he asked, what is that? And then when he found out it was panda, he went, that is totally, really, fuck it, give me some more.
That's what I meant. He said it before he even realized it, and then when he found out, he'd be like, where's the rest?
Because let's be clear, how often have you ever eaten something that is only less than 1,000 or 1,400 in the wild?
What about white tiger?
Albino tiger. Yeah, that's when he went to the north part. That's where that's from. Just want to say, just to make sure this doesn't go any further, that was complete and utter bullshit. And
yes, disclaimer.
Disclaimer, that never happened. That would be the most craziest thing ever. But of course, the number of people that I've told that to, that they absolutely believe it, is too goddamn high. So do not worry. No pandas were hurt in the making of Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 50.
Hey.
There you go. That was a long intro to say what number it was.
Yeah, that was like building up to something amazing.
Absolutely. Sweet. All right. How are you guys doing? Are they still close to extinction? Nana say I can tell you they are not endangered anymore. They are vulnerable. So there's more than, i.e. it's going the other way thanks to the efforts of the Chinese government not serving them up for banquets. Therefore, they're being looked after well. If you can't eat them, why keep them around?
If you can't keep them around.
Not physically, but definitely mentally.
Let's be nice. We've got to be nice to animals.
Yeah.
We're gonna be nice to cats.
I'm looking forward to getting my cat.
You said that a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. So I haven't done
Bring
it yet.
him to the house.
But are they tasty? See, Adam's asking the right questions. He's asking the right questions. Still alive and hanging with my friends watching the Q&A. Sweet. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, what's the dealio? This week has been quite quiet, and the reason has been that everything was so manic before Chinese New Year and everyone leaving and things leaving that, everyone leaving, but I mean, products leaving, getting things ready for launches. So
that's been busy though.
Oh well, no. I mean the China side of things and the painting
side of things has been.
That's all. They all left last Saturday. Sorry, last Friday. So it's been a week
from the 8th onwards, I believe.
So it's been
a month. So it's going to be like that for until mid-March.
Yeah. So that's the reason why from last Friday to this Friday there hasn't really been much going on in terms of
production side of stuff.
Or definitely nothing production side, but in terms of new painting or any of that sort of stuff, there hasn't been any work on that.
Just finalising the shipment as well, as in like stuff going out, making sure that they get on the last boat.
Oh yeah, that's sure. So that's why it's been pretty quiet this week. Of course, ourselves have been working pretty hard in terms of getting everything ready for tonight. So reservation time for RTSD. That's what we are going to be looking at a little bit later on. So yeah, that's not really been too much going on. But of course, there are still a little bit of stuff going on. Is that right, Chocks? Right, do you want to hit it off with the beginnings?
Yeah. Right, guys. So after tonight, after the stream ends in a couple of hours, we are closing the partnership with Torch on the Dark Souls Life Ring. So if you're still on the fence, make sure you jump on that, because after tonight it'll be on waitlist. And then there you go. So Jeff onto his next product. So hopefully we'll have something for you sometime after Chinese New Year. Could be Sonic stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's and we've seen the upcoming stuff from
Torch.
From
GNF.
GNF, and it's fantastic, guys. Really good. And the great thing about this is going to be that it's going to be the first time that series and if it's a subsequent series is going to be released with us at the same time as everybody else, because of course we got our hands on Sonic Boom 8 way after it was already released in Korea, right? Because we didn't know about it, and people could have imported it in, or if they were, but this is for the second one. It makes sense for guys to get it through us if you don't want to worry about sort of import charges and all that sort of good stuff. What is up, Tiago? And just to say to you, Ali, there is no Bowser or Law production videos for a while because it's not their time for production.
Later, Ali.
What is up, Chagia? How's it going? Everything okay? Did you have enough money to pay for the dinner tonight? Hope you did, and hope everything is okay. Okay. She's got no.
That'd be funny. She jumps on the stream and say, "Hey, come over and pay off the."
But here's the thing, Kanako, are you watching on your mobile? Because I know your computer's not working. Or are you watching on my computer? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, there'll be more Torch coming up. I'm sure there'll probably be some stuff this weekend at Wonderfest. It'll be nice because, of course, our RDSD will be there. Solar SD will be there. As also on Steam will be there as well. Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah. That will be on my Mega Rai stand. That'll be
Mega
cool.
Rai.
Yeah.
The Mega Rai guys.
Alright, Chocks, want to keep going?
Yep, and from next weekend onwards, 23rd to the 26th, we're going to have the last chance weekend for Metal Gear.
Keep an eye on that, Chocks. I see
Solid
99. Snake. If I 101, hit it.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, 3 lucky winners.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. What is up, Levins?
Yep, guys. So I was saying next Friday onwards, last chance weekend for Metal Gear Solid Snake. 23rd to 26th. So if you still want to get the exclusive version of Snake, there's your chance. Your only last chance. And then it'll be waitlist again. So that's it for that. Last chance weekend next week. And then on tonight, after the stream, well, during the stream, we're going to go through some of the...
Hello, Daddy. Is it you, Harvey?
Yeah. It's got to be it, right? Yeah.
It can't be him. His spelling is too good. What is up, Harvey? How's it going, mate? You been practicing Pokemon? Hey, Mohi. How's it going? How's Braden? How's it going, Braden? Missed all the updates from the club recently. It's true.
Who said that?
Haven't done much updating. Matthew. Shout out to Matthew.
Recently?
Yo.
How long?
Yeah.
How long have you been away?
Hey, Harvey. Are you using my computer or are you using Mum's phone? Let me know in the comments.
Yes.
Right.
Right, guys. So, yes. So, throughout tonight, we're going to go through the usual stuff, the week in review, Temptation Thursdays, Q&As, the shout-outs, the Who Dat game, and also launching the very first SD, short for Super Deformed PVC line. And the first one out of the gates is going to be Artorias, the Abyss Walker from the Dark Souls game. So I'm sure you've seen some of the pictures. You might have seen some of the articles on our blog website. So we're going to go through that tonight. And after the stream, we will hopefully have a documentary up for you guys. So, tonight is from tonight up until Tuesday is going to be the reservation period. So you've got plenty of time to look through the documentary. Share that around, decide what you want, and then come Tuesday is the time we actually pre-order and validate for the day one edition, which is going to be first in the series, so low numbers up for grabs, and also 24 hours of day oneing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Harvey, I see you're practicing Pokemon. That's cool, and that you're using my PC. Just look what Brendan Rostello. If you look a little bit further down in the comments, he says, "When will Harvey be making another appearance on the Q&A?" Harvey, when are you going to come and join me on the Q&A? We were going to do it. He was so disappointed we didn't do it in Christmas time.
Really?
Yeah, because we only did one stream, and it was here. We didn't do the daily one.
We had to go to bed, right?
But he's up now, isn't he?
Yeah, why is he up so late now? Because he's off school, right?
He is off school.
Yeah.
He's off school. But yeah, he's been recently been going to bed later and later. Because, as soon as Elizabeth has gone to bed, he's like, oh, wow.
Really?
There's no need to do it at the same time anymore. So, yeah, cheeky.
Wow, makes sense. Right, and guys, so just to let you know, there's only just me and Alex in the office right now. It's Chinese New Year, so the office is closed today. Today's a Friday, so there's no emails, no shipping, no nothing from today up until Monday, the 19th of February, because it's Chinese New Year. So any emails sent to CS, nothing's going to be looked at until Tuesday, the 20th onwards. So if you're asking, how come CS doesn't reply, etc., then there's your answer. So 20th. And if you guys have any problems with payments or replacements and stuff like that, don't worry. Everything will be timestamped. So we will consider those 4 days, and we'll work back on those dates.
Absolutely. What is up, Zachary? How's it going, mate? So, office party then, Alex and Chocks. Yes, well, Matthew, we are always working.
Well, there will be a party if tonight does well.
Yeah, can we... There you go, you heard it from Chocks.
I'm not doing all this all the time and, get some...
For 3 orders.
So get some boo-boo, yeah.
No one's told Joseph the news.
What news?
That the competition is done.
What? Which one?
He's got his profile picture still as horny. Love it, mate.
That's loyalty there.
That's loyalty.
No, it doesn't matter if the competitions end. Yeah. That's loyalty for sticking around with that.
Appreciate it.
Profile pic.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, somebody did win. So I'll go through that a little bit later on during the weekend review.
Look at what Billy wrote. My teenage brother couldn't afford the resin Artorias, which bummed him out. But he likes the SDRT, so I'm going to surprise him with it. That
Awesome.
is exactly the market that we're trying to target.
Yeah.
Those that, I mean, not, you know, as well as.
We're targeting everyone, so that it covers as much range as possible. If you love resins and PVCs like myself, get them. You know, get them both. If you love PVC only, get PVC. If you love resin, just get resin.
Well, it's not just even that. It's just the idea of having a super detailed version of Artorias on your desk.
Yeah, I mean, best of both worlds, because we'll go into a little bit more reasons why we did this line in the documentary. So check that out. It's like over an hour and a half, right? Almost an hour and a half of content.
Sorry, Meliodas.
What?
Meliodas. That's quite hard to say. Sorry, Meliodas. Meliodas. I can say Odinson. Sorry, Ms. Odinson. Or was it Mr.? That's not the price. It's higher than that. Let's just say it's harder and more expensive to make than Breath of the Wild Link.
But we made it affordable and accessible, so make sure you consider that as well.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right, cool. Are we done with the weekend, the stuff?
That's the stuff, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's kick it off with a week in review. Chock says I haven't announced the Mugen size.
You want to do that now or you want to do that next week? Can we do that next week, guys?
We'll do it now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's interested in the Mugen edition size? Any Mugen fans in here? Any anime fans? Do you know what a Mugen is?
Mugen will be easy because there's only one version and it's the exclusive.
There's only
version.
3, yeah. It's just...
No, just one. Huh?
I
mean, three orders. Oh, right. Let me see.
Nothing to announce on the rare line, Patrick. Your best hope is sometime around Q2 onwards, where we go all out with rare stuff. All right.
Let us know in the comments how many was the order for Mugen exclusive. Let us know in the comments what you think the numbers were.
Hey Lance, don't send us any videos. Best to send that video to CS. So the email thread the case is still open, because everything needs to be go through in that method, that way. It's all in well sent. I can look at it, but I still need you to send it back to Phil.
Mugen is a freeware 2D fighting game.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
it's
true.
It's also a kind of like kit for cars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Body kits.
Body kits, yeah. So what have we got? We got Morgulis 230. We got Hildebrand Jr. 350. Rossello 250. Stephen Banjo Miller 125. He's always wanting the lower numbers. Yeah.
Is there any delay? It doesn't seem like any delay to me.
No, because it's all good. But you know, there's a typical delay of like 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, last time was
there's
like,
no jerkiness. It's all sweet. Yeah. It's all tight. It's all sweet. 250X 200 from Ali. More than 5 says Kevin. 365.
Was Kevin lie?
Michael lie.
Michael lie. My bad.
Yeah, where's he at?
Yeah, where's he at, Michael lie? This is your favourite thing.
Hanging out in Townsville.
With mummy.
Oh, just a quick question whilst we're asking. Are there any F4F Friday Q&A with Chocks in a Virgins in the House? We like to pop a cherry a week. I was scared to ask the last 2 weeks because we'd even hit 100. So
yeah, there was that guy called Chock Chung.
Oh yeah, him.
There's Michael.
There's Michael Lai. He's been summoned. 357, 500 from Matthew. Nick says 200. John Rufano says 298.
What, you got it? What is it? What are we looking at?
Vincent says 375. Kurt says 400. Nathan says 550. 215 for Jace. 250 for Trinity. 407. Is everyone just telling me out your area codes?
No, that's the Peugeot. Is it 406 or 407 now?
Hey, Jonathan Norcutt. You can buy F4F exclusives only from us if it's the newer stuff for the last 2 years. And the good thing is we have a warehouse in the UK, so you don't need to worry about
there's a
that.
Peugeot 407.
Or Peugeots. Yeah. All right, guys. I tell you the answer is 300 is the exclusive edition size. Actually, that's maybe not the case.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to do it next week? Everything's clear in your head?
That might be lower than that. I'm not sure. It might be more, might be less. I'm not sure. I need to go and check that. What's on the packaging? Have we done that yet?
I've no idea. I think so.
Oh, I need to check that out.
To be announced next week, guys.
But it's around about that.
To be announced next week.
Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah.
So look, are we happy with those numbers? Well, the answer is it was better than Saitama.
Hey, it's a stepping slow.
It's the second piece that we've ever done.
Step by step.
Cat comes up and kisses the screen. Cassandra. Does that mean no VAT? You do not need to worry about any of that, Jonathan. No VAT, no import
No
duties,
VAT,
nothing like
no
that.
tax.
You don't need to worry about that.
Jonathan, where are you from, Jonathan?
UK. He was
UK.
asking he doesn't know where to buy.
Buy it from us. We've got a UK warehouse.
Yeah. Yes, you're about 3 minutes late, Chocks.
And we've got an EU warehouse as well, so sometimes we ship stuff to you from there.
Until Brexit happens, then we'll have to do it through the UK warehouse if there are enough pieces to go there. So I mean, Guts we're hoping is going to be a game changer, put us on the map for anime, and I think that will help as well when we do some of the other stuff, FMA, some of the Cowboy Bebop stuff, etc., etc. So cool. All right, it is what it is. Moving on.
Snake.
Oh, come on. I got to figure out. That's like more complicated. I'll do that next week.
See, we've got to do that next week, guys.
Yeah, we'll do that one next week. Alucard, hair improvement. Before, there was a single strand that covered over his left, that's his left eye. So like over here. And yeah. I basically, part of the curtains. Part of the curtains. This hair is really, really complicated. As you can see, he's right over there.
Yeah.
So many different strands. He has amazing locks. I'm totally jelly for some of those locks. Totally jelly. What is your guys' idea for the next life-size replica idea? Well, we certainly have busts in the air. We have more prop replicas thinking about. Of course, we obviously have the Shaker Slate as a prop replica coming up. But in terms of other sort of life-size stuff, we've got a few ideas. Still waiting on my I am Orny points.
That's right, Chris on. I've got your email. Don't worry. I've got your message. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going away.
Chisholm.
Oh, I thought I said is that Chisholm. I thought
Chisholm.
Nah, sorry.
Chisholm.
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 Alan.
Life-size midnight waifu. What's up, Claudio? You missed like everything. Samus LSP. Gut sword. That would be pretty massive, no doubt. All right, cool. Chocks. That's you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys. Yeah, because been taking some photos the previous week, and I've started posting them this week, and we had a couple of posts with regards to packaging, product packaging, and the first one that I posted, I believe, was the Sonic Boom 8, the Sonic the Hedgehog classic from GNF. You guys like that? Usually, if you bought it from Korea, they come in individual boxes, and what we did with ours is we made a combo pack where you buy one and you get 2 Sonic minifigures inside. So did you see the white packaging? That's all on Jeff. So he got in touch with GNF to get that printed out on that white packaging box.
Yep.
And that's what it will come in with. So hopefully, hope you like what you see. It's nice to see our name on somebody else's product as well. Yeah, and all credits to GNF as well. It's been a great partnership with those guys. And seriously, guys, Series 2,
It's looking good.
looking very good. And if this does well, there's more to come.
Looking really, really good. Excited.
Yeah.
Excited.
And then another, moving on, another Sonic related product, Silver the Hedgehog. Alex went to, remember guys, Alex went to China one week or like a couple of days in a week. Went to one factory and started doing a production video for Silver the Hedgehog. Yeah.
Yep.
And what did you do with that?
So yeah, that was a example of, I probably filmed that about a month ago, to be honest with you, something like that.
Quite a while back.
It's been quite a while back, and
amongst others, yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's what we were doing. That's what I did, sort of just videoing what it's going to look like on the line, etc., etc. What I look for. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check it out. Hopefully you did get a chance to check it out. It is, it's really cool. You can see a lot of the close-ups, some of the details, what I'm looking for, the general sort of state of it, and of course, the dreaded drop test.
Yeah, the drop test.
And I've got to think about what we're going to do, like booting it, throwing it. How best way to?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do a different pose with every single drop test. Yeah.
A real DDT.
Yeah.
A real DDT. So you guys, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, it's about 24 minutes of me rambling on about what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for. So go check it out, and hopefully you guys like it.
Apologies for the typo. I'm glad you guys are taking a keen eye on grammar and spell check. So
what did Jeffrey do?
It's a shitty fucking.
Well, they're regulating correctly written. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did someone notice it? Or was it
Yeah,
just you?
look. Good night, Daddy.
Where?
Yeah.
See you in the morning, Harvey. Good night, my cheeky.
He did that. He did the emojis as well. Or did Kanako say?
I'm not sure.
It's like, Mummy, could you type this for me?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. I don't want to embarrass my daddy with my bad English. All right.
Hey, Alex, how's it going, mate? Yeah, so in terms of the Sonic, the silver stuff, hopefully you like that.
Yeah.
And then I followed that up with a couple of pictures for the packaging.
Yep.
Yeah, hope you guys like the cover for the exclusive box.
Yeah.
And then also posted the box within the box. So basically, silver comes with double boxing.
Yeah. Hey, Blake, with regards to Solaire, that is backlogs behind. Well, it's at the same factory that's doing Majora's Mask, that's doing Spyro. They're doing Solaire. So Majora's Mask is at the tail end. Obviously, we got a couple of containers, but still quite a few to go through. Then Spyro needs to get done. The Spyro needs to go through, and then, but at the same time, there's a lot of activity happening there, and Solaire is already deep in casting. So, some initial paints have started already. So it's, once we start, it goes through it. So I think we'll have to reassess after Chinese New Year is over, and then we can have another look. Will the Majora's Mask production video be out this week? Well, I've done all the videos, but Jeff needs to do it, and he's been super busy doing everything for the Artorias launch, and then he's got to work on...
He's going to be super busy doing, the next upcoming launch.
Yeah, which is going to be...
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Alucard, if everything goes right. So he's going to be busy doing that. Once he has time in between, then that's when he will do the other videos.
Yeah.
Such as the Majora's Mask.
Yeah. But don't worry, guys. I've already taken some pictures. I know some of you guys wanted the box measurements as well. So let things, trickle out throughout. Because if we start throwing all the information to you now, and we'll be back to square one with nothing to show you guys. And we don't want a week where the club is quiet.
Yeah. Hey, Matthew. Aku is probably... Is it after Spyro? No, I mean, Aku only went up in December, right? Beginning of December, so it's Q3 this year, so it's still a while to go.
Like, why is everyone so
rushed
to get this out? Jeez. This is a funny thing, right? We do a launch, and everyone's going, where's this, where's that? But in the game industry, when somebody announces a trailer, I don't see guys going, where's this game not coming out? Why is this game not out now? And those guys got like up until 18 months onwards to release a game title. I wish we had 18 months to release a statue.
What is up, Star Citizen? Hit me up, Chris Roberts. Even though the Wing Commander TT didn't do quite too well.
Shit, what am I looking at? I'm looking for Aku Aku mask.
Aku Aku.
Aku Aku.
Crash Bandicoot. Life-size props.
Yeah, I think we'll put that at Q3.
Anyway, up in December, yo.
Yeah.
Q3.
Yeah, it could be the end of Q3, right? So don't forget, guys, when we say Q3, it's not like, you know, at the start of Q3. It could always be end of Q3.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, sweet. You had 13 months for Sif. You're right, Saf. You're right. All right, let us get... Don't forget Ali.
No, we had about 10 months for Sif. 3 months for the ring. Right?
That's right.
And then a couple months in between for approvals and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, approval's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right, sweet. Let's go on the...
What was this week's Valentine's this week?
Did you...
Nah, I was busy...
Did you get any...
In the club.
Did you get any...
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm always working.
Did you get anything sent to you?
In the club?
Yeah?
Yeah, I got like submissions.
Yes.
Yeah, I said, hey, you know, guys, if you had to choose a Valentine, which product would be, which F4F product would be a Valentine?
That's cool.
Yeah?
But I'm saying, did you get any digital roses sent to you?
Digital roses?
Yeah.
Nah.
Did you send any?
I got some
roses?
messages. That was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about it.
Lovely
So,
ladies.
Hmm?
Lovely ladies.
And guys.
Oh.
You know, there's quite a lot of single members in the club.
Soul lady.
No, I denied her, so that was it. Yeah, that's it. One and done, and gone.
Absolutely.
Maybe next year. Maybe this year. Torso.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta put me back on the stage, guys. I can't be on the stage without you guys.
That's true. That's absolutely true. All right, sweet.
I really want to go again, guys. Yeah.
Did we give out points or something?
What? Yeah, it was like points for the Valentine's. It's like, you know, something. It's just 214 because it's like February the 14th. Yeah, for Valentine's.
Who did you give them to?
I haven't given out yet. I need to. You and I have to go through the comments, and which comments that made us cry.
Oh, there's actually some good ones in there that I read.
And, like, which comments that made us
Yeah,
cry?
yeah, there were definitely
real
some.
tears, right, guys? Real tears. Any comments that made us cry, we choose 2 lucky lovers.
I'll be bawling, and I'll just be looking at you going, "You're as cold as ice."
All right. But we'll have to see. We'll have to go back on that thread and have a look at it. But thanks, guys, for leaving some of your romantic stories.
Absolutely. How's it going, Pascal? So, Blake, I think it's probably still, if it's not, I think Blake, if you can't get one off of the wait list from the current section, what that's going to mean is we have to go into making replacements anyways, that we can do enough to cover wait lists that weren't converted, if it's within the total number. You have to see what's going on. All right, so, yeah, so points to give away. I didn't realize that was giving out points on that one.
Yeah, points on that one, yeah.
Cool. All right, on to you, Chocks.
Yes. Right, so guys, since during the launch of Ornstein, we had a giveaway. So basically that was, thanks for everyone that participated. Basically you had to update your profile picture on Facebook. And then hashtag, a message that we wrote on the blog itself. And then when the last chance weekend ended, I had to go back and randomly select a winner. And it took a while, but we got there in the end. And the winner would walk away with a exclusive Ornstein. You know, the one with the spaghetti, you guys like to call it. So one winner will walk away with that. So thanks for participating, guys. Now you can go back to your usual exciting profile. So yeah, congrats to the winner. So you want to announce the winner?
Over to you, mate. That was
you sure?
you.
You don't want to? No, that's fine. Yeah, all right. Then. The winner is Gary Proventure. Proventure, yeah. So
congrats to you, Gary, mate. Well done.
He's already.
Has he noticed?
He already. You know, acknowledged that he's won. So
great.
Yeah, we've already touched base.
Great.
So when the time comes, we'll ship an exclusive
Yeah.
to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look at that.
Congrats.
You got to enter in, guys. All these, every time we do a launch, there's always going to be a giveaway. And in there, once you click into the, when we make the post on the main page, you click onto the article. That will take you to the blog post. And within the blog post, there's a link that will take you to the submission form. All you have to do is just enter some, just a couple of details, email address, etc. And then that's it. Really straightforward. So you got to enter for a chance to win. And yeah,
There you go.
it's always nice to see people, like entering and winning.
Chocks is asking, what's the next giveaway? Well, tonight there's going to be 3 of them on there.
Yes.
Well, we'll jump to that later.
Yes. Yes.
Indeedy. So, all I can say is, Josanne, I can tell you that for sure the big arty and the mini arty next to each other looks great. You can ask Sav. He's seen the picture of what it looks like side by side. They look really nice and tight. All right. The weekly OCC stats RIP Wall of Fame. Anybody who was on it or wants to know can always hit me up. PM ask me if they were on it. But there was some issues about whether or not it lowered the tone, i.e. posting for post's sake rather than actually posting just to post for posting for for discussion reasons. So I gave out a weekly stats where it compares this week or the last 7 days to the previous last 7 days. So we've got 14 days that we are comparing it in 7-day chunks, and it tells you if there's been more people or less people joining the club compared to the week beforehand. It's really, really interesting. Most people found that interesting, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that, seeing it moving
Plenty of
forward.
stats for the spies.
Right.
Yeah, so guys, when Alex makes a post on a Wednesday, do leave some comment within that post. Tell us what you think. Tell us your insights, your thoughts. Do you believe it's an improvement, or do you believe you want the original statistics back into the thread?
Right.
I know there's been quite a lot of heated messages with regards to that, but that's what as long as everyone keeps it all civil, be civil about it. We're always listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, whether it's to do with the stats or not, it all boils down to me anyway. I think it all boils down to everyone. Everyone needs to participate. Everyone needs to be. If you want good quality posts and comments, it's all down to everyone.
So what did you guys think about that? 3,000, almost 4,000 active people. So it's 10%.
But that's on a per week.
On a weekly basis. Yeah. Now, is that more or less? Because a lot of people actually think it's this. I've seen people always say it's the same 100 people. Actually, it shows there's a lot of lurkers as well.
When you look about it, it's some people might be active this week. Some people might not be active the following week. So
sure.
Sometimes they overlap.
Yeah, well,
and again,
we'll be able to see that.
Yeah, and again, like you said, with lurkers as well. I mean, that's what it is. It's still not a true representative of the whole, active members in the club.
Yeah, and look, the reality is when we say that we have 38,000 members in here, you know what? I'm pretty happy with. It's hard to really say what that actually means. I still think there's a lot of active. I still think there's a lot of activity. 10%.
Sure.
For a week, is actually. I think
forget,
it's all right.
It depends as well. It also depends on what we're doing that week as well, right? Let's say we're away.
Well, last week, let's face it, was a quiet week.
Let's say you're away in Las Vegas. It might be quiet, right? I know you do posts, you do your...
I thought when I'm away, you guys are going mentally having lots of fun when I'm away.
You mean those guys?
Oh, my guys.
Yeah. Like the fingers point out, you mean those guys. Yeah. But, when it's a launch week, or when it's when you guys are receiving your product. Let's say you're receiving Majora's Mask. That might be a busy week, right?
Yeah, we'll be able to see that, I think. I think we'll be able to see that. Yeah, so, of course, the point being that it's very, I'm pretty happy with 10% on a weekly basis. I think reality is that it was never going to be 38,000 at one time. We know that from TT. So why is TT so difficult to get any votes on? Even a weekly view of 38, of of almost 4K. And if you look at it, a monthly view of 8K, it's not like these TTs ever die. So you would expect them to see it once every now and then. They've got to have, and to be clear, it means you have to have done a reaction to be counted as part of the active members, not just simply going into it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the actual the likes and the hearts and all that stuff. Strange.
Yeah. Hey, John. You can pre-order Artorias towards the end of the stream. At the end of the stream, actually, I should say, right after the end of the stream.
There's no rush. We're just gonna flip the switch after the stream. You can spend as much time as you want. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, up until Tuesday, 10 p.m. And then you can decide. I mean, it's less hassles when you come back on Tuesday, 11 p.m. because all you have to do is just log into your system, your account, and just click on that validate button rather than entering all the credit card information, etc.
Low numbers, first come, first serve. Oh, baby, it's time to go. First come, first serve. With the low numbers on an all new line.
I'm just happy to see an all new line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
PVCs. What?
Hey, Nana, say if it's not something that you love, why vote? Well, why not vote no? The point is, why not vote on something? That's the point. I'm still happy for them to vote no if they don't love it, of course. But it's the amount of activity on a TT is arguably very, very low compared to the number of active users a week and a month. That's all I'm saying, because as I said, TT's never died. They've been in there for a year.
I'm curious, have you guys been sharing out the blogs? You guys asked for it's really hard to share out the club.
Because
fine, I can understand that. Fine, right? Okay, so we started making these blogs where we post it on the main page, and then go, hey guys, you want to, if you're a fan of this franchise, or if you know somebody that's a fan of that franchise, please share that out. But honestly, I haven't seen it shared out anywhere else.
All right, Lise, I appreciate that. That's some interesting feedback. Yeah, self-shares, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying no one shares. It's just not as, that effective.
Sure. Hey, Liz, just to let you know, it doesn't affect the chance of having a figure being made. We look at the nose just to see the level of activity in the club. We don't look at it as a...
we don't base our decisions entirely on TTs. It's helpful, but you can't just have...
Oh, sure. But I'm saying that the yes votes are more important than the no votes. So you can be 1 million no's, but if there's like 1,000 yeses, then we're in business.
Sure.
What is up, bang? How's the game, mate?
Even that 1 million no's could turn into yeses.
Yeah. Sure. All right, Nana, say of course. Then maybe that's the reason why people aren't voting on it. In any case, it's interesting. Interesting stats, and we wanted to open up the world, open up the curtains and show you guys. All right, that is the week in review.
Do you want to? No?
Nah, not until there's been some feedback.
Yeah.
TT.
Right, interesting. Here we go. Guys, be nice, be friendly. Last week's TT. By release date, I'm looking at Emirates, Bud's F4F.Emirates.
Armes.
You guys still checking that site? Do let us know if you guys are still using that site. Is it still very useful to check the stats? Right, so I'm going to check that out. Last week's was TT88 Jade, Beyond Good and Evil. All right, let's go. We had 103 votes for yes, 266 votes for no, 269 votes in total, 38.3% for yes, 61.7% for no. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are very, very simple. Why on earth are there so little yes votes when we have a real data behind it that when we were at that meeting with Ubisoft, it was something... Can we see what that number was? If you just type in...
one?
Go into the club. Yeah. And just type in Ubisoft. I don't understand. I had hoped that the TT would have done better than that. Yeah, what I'm looking at is...
Maybe because I posted it.
You reckon that makes any difference?
Yeah, you're more popular.
You got more mates than me, mate.
You got more followers than me, mate.
What's the difference between followers and
I don't
friends?
know. It's the same thing. Well, I don't know. Followers will follow. You don't have to be a friend. You can follow somebody but not be their friend. Or
Right.
You don't have to like,
Right.
for example, a page.
Alright.
Right. But you've got more friends.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have. I've got more Indian friends. What? Right.
Right, click on
Well,
that.
this one?
Yeah. That's it.
That was an easy search.
Yep. So look, why is it that Beyond Good and Evil says yes 262? Get it? I don't understand. I don't understand how that's 262 yet the TT is 103. Can someone
Well,
please explain?
you add them up together, and it comes to 269.
But the answer is yes. You do want it. Would you want that? That's the question. Not.
Because you said, do you want that, right? Please let us know what you think. You say you want that. They say they want that. And then they say they don't want to buy it. They want something, but I don't want to buy it. I'm being funny tonight.
So this is what you're like without the Red Bull.
I want this license. I want this license. I want this license. I want this statue. Boom. When the time comes, I don't want it.
You're enjoying yourself over there.
Yeah. I need another can of Coke. That's what that can of Coke is. It's Happy New Year, Chinese New Year.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, Mark, you're interested in the old Zelda line with a bit of the old occasional Metroid. A lot of people are in your boat. Vincent says GBE was a great game, but many people are. So maybe people were just looking at it as a, if they liked the game.
Japanese.
Rather than, if they liked the game rather than.
Like the game what?
Like, was the one when Ubisoft were watching, like, do they like the game versus do they want figures from it? But I was quite specific, do we want to see? Well, obviously, I'm asking the question. It's going to mean that there's going to be figures coming out of it. So how has he got 262 and yet this is struggling to get even 110? I don't... Je ne sais pas. I do not get it. Was ist los? I don't get... I don't even know.
Maybe I need to put... I'm sitting right here with Ubisoft.
Well, I know he's watching this and he's going to be like, I'm like, It is...
Maybe they don't want Jade. They still want Beyond Good and Evil. Maybe they're...
They want the piggy.
Maybe they want dioramas.
Should we get the license just to check out then?
I don't want it. See, so many different questions and variables that goes through my head.
But of course, let's bring attention to the big guns.
This week, yeah?
The
Come
biggest...
on, let's do it. TT89 Ace Combat.
Hit me with that number, Chocks. Let me go.
We have
1,000 yeses, the number one of all time. Let me know.
1,000 yes.
To 1,000 yeses before any other TT ever did. I'm assuming you've not had a TT.
Hold on. Let's go through the stats first. Do you think this is right at the bottom of the TTs?
No.
Oh, I know.
The lowest TT is something like, I think it was Wing Commander at like 9. And that was another spaceship, or like ship, I should say.
Alright, since you guys love ships, we should do some more ships. Alright? Right, this one for Ace Combat is a long, it's been a long running series, right? And it has 313 votes, which is more than Jade, Beyond Good and Evil, right?
Yes.
So there's your activity this week.
There you go.
Right, there's more activity with regards to TT polls, right? Not quite the 38k, but 313 votes. And we have 30 votes for yes, 9.6%. Almost half of the ladies in the club, right? And then we have 283 votes, which is 90.4%.
TTND.
TT, no. TT Lolly Dog. We're having so much fun here. Guys.
So what is, give us the total no votes. Where does it come in the overall?
Do you want in percentage or just the votes?
Both.
All right, let's do the total by no votes. All right? In ascending order. Ooh, am I right? Am I wrong? By no votes. No, you mean by yes votes. By yes.
Yes
votes.
votes.
Sorry, by yes,
Yes.
votes. There you go. You are absolutely right. Spacecrafts is Wing Commander.
That's why I was saying Star Citizen.
With
Hit us up,
12
Chris Roberts.
309 votes, which is still more than
Beyond Good and
Beyond
Evil.
Good and Evil, yes. And from one moving up is Little Big Adventure, Twinson.
I love that game. What is
So did
going on?
I. So did I.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I did play it, but it was difficult. I got to a point where I was really stuck and I just gave up. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
MDK.
Yep, the one, next one.
That's BioWare.
Yeah. BioWare? All right. 23 votes.
I'm pretty sure it's BioWare, yeah.
And then we
That's
have
too old school.
old school.
Mm.
Then new stuff. Right? Battle
Yeah.
Chasers, right?
Yeah. That's more like a comic kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's Joe Mad, pretty sure.
And then we have Ace Combat.
You mean it's doing worse than Romance of the Three Kingdoms?
Right, guys, all it needs is just 2 more votes. But it has more total votes than Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
What's the lowest number of total votes?
Lowest number.
Beyond Good and Evil. Let's try that.
Am I right?
Stop chortling.
Am I right? Yeah, this is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
But this is by votes.
Yeah, total votes.
Yeah, total votes. King of Fighters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You would have thought that would be higher vote, more votes for that.
Mm.
Interesting.
What about percentage, though? This is the interesting point. See? If it's by percentage, it would have been Wing Commander, Little Big Adventure, Ace Combat,
that would be third.
MDK.
So there's some differences.
Look at Pew Pew. Pew Pew's doing all right.
In percentage-wise, yeah?
Well, it even had like 35 votes.
Indeedy. All right.
That was.
Can you let us know, guys? We haven't come up with the next 3 TTs. So, it's time.
Oh, I have a list in front of me. But guys, do shout out in the comments. Tell us, which 3 would you like us to do a TT? Try not to choose popular ones, guys, because that's so much obvious. TT pose are about the unknown or less attention paid towards those IPs.
Okay, how about this? I choose one, Chocks. You choose one, and the group chooses one. All right, the next 3, let's do it.
All right then.
Michael was saying something that we should talk about.
Where?
We should talk about Nier. How was your dinner, Michael?
Yeah.
What's up, DC?
Did you bonfire all their ideas?
Or did they bonfire your ideas? Hey, Aiden. We've done a TT for Abe's Odyssey, mate. Broken Sword, you promised. I don't remember promising you that, Nanase. Are you sure? Sword Art Online.
Promises, no promises.
Interesting. Legend of Dragoon. We did that. Did we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did Legend of
Dragoon.
We did that.
Check out the.
We did Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Let me type in the.
Sailor Moon.
Guys, I just posted the link to the TTs. Do check it out. We've already done some of those items you've mentioned.
Hey, Michael, what was the Nier number? I didn't remember.
Nier's like top 3. I think like it's FF, Kingdom Hearts, and then Nier and all that. So it's kind of predictable.
What, Nier? I wouldn't expect that to be.
Yeah,
What?
it's predictable, man.
What? Under their staple of their staple.
It's the in thing right now, right? Chrono Cross, Trigger, and all that stuff is old stuff, right?
It has a. Well, let's see what the numbers were. Oh,
like-
Vagrant story, baby. I
You know,
love that.
it's a girl.
Over 350.
It's a girl in a mini skirt. You can see her butts as you climb up the stairs.
It's 2B, yeah.
2B.
Conquest Bad Fur Day. Frederick, we've got that license, yo. Shadow of Mordor. I like that game.
I think we did say Attack on Titan, but when the new season comes out.
No,
Did we not?
we said the week after Guts.
After Guts. Oh, my
The
bad.
week after Guts, because
My
people
bad, my
will be
bad.
joining us, so we've got to remember that.
All right.
Don't let me forget that, guys. The week after Guts, we just slot that in whenever
Yeah.
the Guts goes
Remind us, right? Attack on Titan after Guts.
live. Right after Guts.
And I remember promising somebody with Zone on the Enders. I remember promising somebody that.
Zone of Enders, yeah?
Yeah. But it might not be now.
To the Moon. I like that game.
Hotline Miami. That was quite a good game. I enjoyed that. I really did.
Gundam TT. Alright, Chocks, I've made my choice.
Really?
Yeah? You made your choice?
Kind of, or just randomly. I'm just writing
Yeah.
more. I'm just writing more of these down, guys. Just to.
We did Final Fantasy on online. So Fantasy Star Online.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Pretty sure we've done that, yeah. Blazing Dragons, Blood, Fist of the North Star, Hollow Knight, Samurai Showdown, Hollow Miami.
And they're the SNK stuff.
Small Soldiers Crackdown, Rogue Legacy. Alright, I'm making my choice, Chocks.
You better not choose what I choose. I'm gonna choose.
Really?
Not because
Yeah,
of
yeah,
me.
no, I know.
Not because of me. I'm
Yeah.
choosing it because of these guys.
Because you want to go for something that you want to see who's going to be the champion of the bottom. yeah. But what's it? Make it. What does that mean? What does the SS mean there? Oh. Yeah.
Typo.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. I am gonna go and choose. And this is coming directly out of Fun Day. There's a lot of-
Mine as well. It was before Fun Day and during Fun Day.
Yeah, but Fun Day reminded me that I really enjoyed playing it. We're gonna go Senua's Sacrifice. My TT is what I'm choosing.
I would have
Chocks.
thought Hellblade, right?
Yeah, Hellblade.
Yeah. I thought you would do that.
Okay.
All right.
We're not sure on the order yet.
Okay. All right.
And Chocks, you're gonna go with yours.
All right. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go with Tomba. All right. You guys kept asking that well before, around
That's the Rise Star.
rare time. It was around.
Tomba, Rise Star, Glover.
Yeah.
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 You keep asking, you're gonna get it.
All right, you gotta get it. See, you want that stuff.
Fighter.
One day I'm gonna choose something that I want. At 99,999 club members.
Tombi. Yeah, it's either Tombi or Tomba.
Well, different region. It's called differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different region.
Yeah.
Called Tombi.
All right, and from the suggestions here, Chocks.
From the suggestions.
Yeah.
You choose one.
Well, let's go with Nier. Let's just test it out.
You sure?
Well, yeah, why not?
All right then. That would do well.
There you go, guys. Hellblade, Tomba, and Nier for the next 3. Hellblade, Tomba, and Nier. Let us know in the comments which ones you are looking forward to, which ones you're going to say yes to, which ones you're going to say no to. Let us know. How do you think it will do? Nana say, I don't want to break your heart. I don't want to break your heart.
I'll put it down on the list, all right?
You're broken it on the list. You put it on the list.
I just put it on the list.
Oh, Larissa's loving a bit of Tomba. There you go. Junior Guzman's liking a bit of the old Hellblade. Nier should do well.
Yes, it's not the first Nier. Well, it could be, but everyone's.
It will be 2B.
It'll be the automata, what do you want to call it?
Automata.
Automata. Sorry.
Automata. Hey Matthew, Gex, you can rally for that. He has a TT.
Guys, when we do make a TT, be nice. If you don't like that IP, that's fine, right? Just select no, right? But don't piss on somebody else's fun. Yeah.
Hey Alex, honestly, Hellblade's unique. I won't forget it anytime soon. It's got some amazing combat, and it's got a really interesting story and some interesting. It's really.
Hey Wesley, Wesley, you say thought we can't get a license from Square Enix. Well, hey, we're just doing a TT poll. It's not guaranteed. It's just a gauge what you guys like. But one day if we're lucky enough to get invited into the SE party, maybe we can take this poll and say, hey, why you didn't invite us to the party?
Hi guys, look at my TT. Look at it.
Like that long list of TT.
Like what? What's a TT? Temptation Thursday. Honestly, you have no idea what Ubisoft's face looked like when we said Temptation Thursday. They went, the fuck is a name like Temptation Thursday? Don't ask us, the club voted for it. Like what?
Yeah.
They looked as like we were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
A TT.
They weren't smiling with us. They were laughing at us. And then we explained it, and it went, oh, awesome! Get the club people involved.
Oh yeah. All right, let's one by one. Let's do it. Hellblade, Tomba, and
Right,
yeah,
that's
we'll
three
just
locked
do it.
down.
Locked down tight. Down tight.
Right.
Much appreciated, Alex. If you do play it, do let us know what you think of it. It's good. Shout out to Ryan for the Guts and Spyro. Shout out, yo. About, those are interesting. We've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
That's all right, Vela. I mean, it is what it is. We're doing a TT. Doesn't matter if SE are working with somebody else. We're doing a TT.
Yeah. Absolutely. We do a TT. It's always nice, just to sort of see how things are going.
Anything can change. Who would have thought Sonic on a Nintendo console? Everyone was saying, nah, it's never going to happen.
Odison Onimusha cannot get the license rights to do the face.
Do you know the actor? Hit him up.
SD Onimusha is doable because it's not his face. So,
Hey, Colin, I made that.
Valtrolik. Colin says, Valtrolik.
Everyone has the access to that link. It's posted every single week in the TT.
The F4F dot, yeah?
Yeah. Guys, please read it. Read all the TTs.
He's saying it's not on the website. Fair enough, it's not on the website.
Oh, it's not on the website?
It's not on the website,
All right,
but
then.
at least it's in the newsletters every time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always in the newsletters.
Yeah.
Website 2.0.
What is up, Jake? You're absolutely right. I completely uninstalled, wiped out all my settings, and reinstalled OBS. And here we are, absolutely silky smooth. So when we do the reveal trailer for RTSD, it's going to go like butter. Butter, butter. Sweet. Let's kick it off then.
I've got Splatoon on my list, Victor.
Alright, Chocks, I am going to start going into...
Hold on, what are you doing? It's not TT yet.
Oh, yeah.
No, where's the... Jeez. Getting ahead of yourself. We've got to announce some winners for last week's winners.
Yeah.
Hashtag winners, the... Meow, sorry. F4F NEOOOW.
How many people miswrote it?
Quite a few. We did say it has to have 3 zeros.
Absolutely. Oh, zeros. I mean, O's.
O's, zeros. Don't worry, guys. Yes, we read it. All those icons and Shadow the Colossus. Come on. We can only do one TT a week.
All right. We have 2 winners. The first one begins with the letter D.
The D.
The D. Do you have the D?
The D.
Do you wish you had the D?
The D. Jeremy goes, we're not doing Earthbound. All right, then. I'll do Mother.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Mother. That's a good one. All right, the D. Do we have any D's here?
D.
Dilly Ogle.
What?
Dirt. I don't
Larissa.
see. Yeah, no.
What?
We see. I've seen one of them on. I've seen one of these people. I haven't seen the D though. All right. Shout out to Darcy Webb. Congratulations, you are last week's winner. Well, for this week's last week's winner from F4F Meow. And one more winner begins with the letter N. Let us know in the comments if you begin.
He and she.
He stroke she is definitely in the stream tonight.
For this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
Begins with the letter N. Let us know if you begin with the letter N. What is Tomba? Yeah, indeed. We did an unofficial Animal Crossing, didn't we, Chocks?
Was it us or was it?
No,
No,
we didn't do it. It was
we
an
didn't do
unofficial one. Yeah, it was Abby Anderson.
Abby,
yeah.
yeah.
Nearly Ogle. Abby Henderson got shut down. Why did she get shut down?
Why did she get shut down? Nobody got shut down.
Did she get shut down?
What she got shut down for? God, I don't know.
No.
Don't think we shut her
I don't
down.
remember what happened there.
No, I haven't shut anyone down.
What is up, Nick? Double Nicks.
I do.
Well, I'm very, very happy to tell you that the winner begins with the letter N, as I said, and the first name is indeed Nick. Now, of course, we have two Nicks here, Chocks. Awkward!
Do we? Where?
We got
Yeah,
Nick Teeves and we
yeah.
got Nick Pergakis.
Ah.
So, are there any other Nicks on the stream? Or I'm just thinking, awkward, let them fight. I can say, though, it is one of you two. For sure. It's one of you two. It's either
Nick.
Pergakis and Nick
Yeah.
Teeves.
Nick T. Nick P.
It's one of you two. Who do you
Why,
think?
why don't you share it? Guys, you want to share it?
Yeah, do you want to know the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments. Either we split it 250 each,
Yeah.
or...
It's like that game.
And we never tell you who the winner was.
No, it's like that game where they go. You both say either yes or no, and if they match, they
split it or
They
something.
split it. But if you get it wrong, the other person gets it all. It's just like, ooh, are they in sync?
So Nick Teeves is saying sure that he wants to split it. No split, make one suffer. Don't split it, says John. Everyone's giving lots of pressure.
and I kind of expect that kind of answer from Colin.
There you go. We have a...
Oh, they say, they're willing to share.
Yeah.
Sharing the love.
Sharing the love. All right. There will be... Only in the vote will we ever know on Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 58 who exactly was the winner between Nick and Nick. All I can say is both of you are now half winners. So congrats, guys. 250 coming to both of you. Split between the two. This week's hashtag is going to be hashtag F4F.
SD.
I think we did that before. We did RTSD once before, didn't we? Yeah. Did we not?
I don't think so.
Go back up. Jade.
No,
Solid.
There's a few I missed.
Probably one of them. Alright, cool. Don't worry about it. We're gonna...
New DS.
Oh, yeah. Nudes.
Yeah.
Hashtag F4F Hell B.
What?
Hell B.
Spell it out.
Hell B.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
HELLB.
Hashtag F4F Hell B for a chance to win 500 reward points. 3 lucky winners chosen at random next week. Hell B, absolutely correct by De Jesus. Jake has got it right. Michael has got it right.
Did you pin it? Oh, I got it.
You got it, yeah?
You just take it a while to show.
Yeah.
Hell B.
Hell B. Hashtag FF hell beat for a chance to win. 500 reward points, 3 lucky winners chosen at random.
Good luck, guys.
Hey Andrew, it's going to be going live in about an hour and a bit. Someone just write that out for Andrew because he can only read, he can't hear what we're saying.
Right, what out?
When it's going live. To be. Or not to be, DeHazers, or not to be. Alright, guys. Can I go into the Q&As? Is there anything else?
Hold on, not yet.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get some more music. Back in a sec.
Question time. Oh my god, quite a lot of questions this week, guys. Oh. If you guys still have some questions, I just posted the link to the Q&A. Guys, if you got any questions, jump on that link to ask your questions.
Hey, Chocks, 2 of 2, 75%. That's alright.
So has he redeemed his soul?
Not quite yet. Still a bit more to go. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to kick it off. This week's Q&A, number 58. Here we go. We have a fair few questions. We're going to wrap through those.
Did you check the other file?
What other file? Yes. All set up.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Set up. Yeah, perfect. Rani Gerards, does the postponed Guts PO have any effect on the release date? Yeah. The longer it takes to go up for PO, the longer it takes to go into production. Jake Mayer, is there any news regarding MHA that you could share with us? Any at all would be much appreciated. The answer is, it's in cyberspace, but no returns. No returns.
Yeah. Guys, I mean, we'll give you an answer, Jake, because I know you and a couple of other members are getting upset. Kind of like the carrot in front of the...
Yeah.
I'm not calling you guys donkey, but I'm like the carrot in...
Yeah, like never... Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Well, look, the answer is, we said we were going to look into it, and we are now looking into it. Some questions have been asked of people that we thought we've actually been directed somewhere else. So
Yeah.
one email has been sent and has been returned, and the answer was, we only have a certain version of it,
Right.
i.e. not the anime, but the manga,
Right.
and said, who should we go and talk to? And we've been given a...
Yeah. So give it time, guys. It's a slow process. We can't just barge in there and say, give us the license. So, but we feel like we found the right person to hit up, right?
I got an 000
yeah.
out of the office. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So I don't have an answer on that. But
Right. Oh.
I got an 000.
Oh.
So all I can see is oh. But I guess I can definitely say there's more. Something's happened from last week to this week.
Yeah. So there you go, Jake.
Alex Walker, what is up, guys? Any Darksiders news? You know, Darksiders is going up and down in my mind in terms of, 500 was quite impressive before, but it's not as much anymore. And I had another look the other day at the stuff that Soda had made.
Yeah.
They've already done the horses, and I'm thinking, again, I'm still in my mind, but do we go for the horses? Do we go without the horses?
You should try. You should try. How to put it?
Stop being flaky. What do you mean?
Go easy on the naming names.
You mean from the previous thing?
Go easy on.
Yeah. But they are.
Ah.
They.
The redundant. That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
But not.
But they are licensors.
Not ours.
Yes, they are.
We are.
Who do you think? Who?
Right, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's like within. So
yeah,
you know. Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So that's where I'm coming from now.
Oh, okay.
Right. The last thing you're gonna hear me is fucking going. What is?
Stop typing. Stop speaking.
The last thing you're gonna hear me say that.
Where's my phone call? I thought we were friends.
I think I blocked his ass, to be honest with you.
Oh man!
I think I might have blocked his ass. Bradley Chalabi King, is Zelda second in the SD line? Nope. Randy Durant, apart from the Last Chance weekend, are there any plans to open POs for certain statues at conventions you're going to, i.e. Guts and Ornstein? That's a good question, and the answer is probably yes. For everything that's going to be at the convention that we're going to go to, which is going to be
Fingers crossed.
Gamescom, I believe. We need to think about that. I don't think any of the ones that we're announcing now we're going to take to Gamescom. I'm not sure what we're doing. So actually, that's a good point. It should be a caveat for every single thing that we make from now on, saying yes, it's going to be available now, but maybe it will also be available right now. We got to, because what happened with Snake? Do you remember, Chocks?
Mm-hmm.
We asked people beforehand, afterwards, because we'd already released it.
Mm.
We asked people if it was okay to have Snake.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But this time, if we say at the beginning, it's easier to say, look, guys, we're going to try and we're going to Gamescom, we hope so. We will open it as with the usual 2 weeks, but we will also open it only if you're in person to Gamescom people, because we've got to try and claw back some of that damage that it takes to go there.
Sure.
So as long as everyone knows that up ahead, I think they should be okay with that.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't have to deal with licensors, how long would it take for you from an idea to PO? Oh, licensors can delay things months and months and months and months and months. Sometimes it's myself taking a long time to get things ready, but most of the time it's waiting to hear feedback. An average time, if everything was super smooth, as a typical average figure, I would say 2-3 months. Gerard McLean, did you miss Zero? No, you did not. Brenton Friedley, can we see the box art pic of MM? You'll see all the box art pretty much when I do that documentary. Probably post that next week.
Yeah, well, yeah. As soon as we get that documentary video,
Production video, sorry. Up, I'll post the measurements and the photos at the same time.
Is MM on the boat for all regions, or did they ship all ship out at the same time? The answer is 3 containers shipped every other day, or every day, like 3 in 1 week. So the answer is, but we were very, very clear about the order of when things were coming. So there were definitely some orders, some that made it to the like, what was it? Canada got theirs. EU didn't get theirs. Canada got theirs.
Majora's Mask, right?
Yeah, Majora's Mask.
There we are.
All right, yeah.
UK in March. Canada
Exclusive as
Canada
well, yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. EU regular.
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, it's late March. No, it's
that's
China
China
warehouse. That's late
warehouse,
March.
yeah,
As soon as they
yeah.
come back.
Yeah, and then April, May is split between US, EU, and Canada.
Yeah.
With exclusive and regulars.
Yeah.
Check out the Trello board on the shipping calendar. It should be the most up to date.
Will TFM be the next Zelda statue offer pre-order? The answer is maybe. I submitted it last week, or this week I should say, but they may come back with a round of comments that I don't know. The Shaker Slate's with me, and as soon as Chinese New Year finishes, we're going to get that done. So maybe that gets done easily. Maybe that gets approved, and Shaker Slate gets approved after we make the changes. We haven't done the changes yet, but after we submit it, it gets approved. And TFM might come back with changes, and quite significant ones. And if that's the case, then it basically means that the answer is the one that gets approved first goes up first. With the amount of statues made for each of the OG and Neon, what is the amount? I haven't got that information next week. Sorry about that. What is the Ornstein's ES? Don't have that either. Next week.
Well, Ornstein just finished his Last Chance weekend as well.
Yeah.
But that's another one to the list, Ornstein as well, because that just ended.
Can we get a Flox McLeod TT soon?
Well, that's on my list. You know, like another Star Fox, Star Wing.
Okay. The answer is yeah. I think we can. Bradley Chalaby King, from order to delivery, what is the turnaround time for SD figures? Well, they all vary, but I can tell you for Artorias, it's going to be turned around very, very quickly because we're already making it. So we're more concerned about the release date of the remastered version. So the answer is we're trying to get it out as soon as we can and trying to tie it in with that. So the answer is very, very quickly, one of the fastest turnarounds ever.
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, apart from any shipping delays or customs, you know, we hope to get that out in time for the game launch.
Andre Godot is the SD line numbered. The exclusive version is Austin Paul. How much does a prototype typically cost you? How do you measure what the cost of a typical prototype is? Well, if you look at the actual physical printout cost, it depends on the size. It's all to do with the volume. And if you consider the cost of developing it in terms of my time, Chris's time, the painter's time, the painter's cost, the sculptor's cost, 3D sculpting, you know, all that all that sort of stuff, easily tickling five numbers. Matthias, did you know about the Spyro Trilogy Master when started work on statue? Nice try. There's nothing being announced, and there's nothing to. Let's just see whether or not it's real. I mean, what was it?
Yeah, it was a rumor, wasn't it, guys?
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
Well, who was it? From Kotaku or something? Did you say?
Kotaku UK. Some female writer.
All I can say is, I'll believe it when I see it, but if I do see it, I'm going to be over the fucking moon. Yeah. I'd be super pumped. I would love to do everything, you know, that would be, you know, and that would be a great example. Like, I'm a little bit concerned about, for example, I'll give you an example, right? Assuming there's a trilogy remastered, right? If I was to do, one of the things I'm looking into doing is to do Ripto, right? Because it did alright in the number of character polls for that. Of course, we were concentrating on Crystal Dragon right now, but Ripto. And the other one was Hunter. I'm a little bit concerned because, you know, Spyro numbers were huge, but these were like a little bit sort of struggle to get to the 500. Combo pack. Really remastered and OG. Combo pack. So I would be really excited if they did announce one and it wasn't just someone's, you know, because anyone could just sort of say, oh, it's so obvious, they did one for Crash, therefore they must do it for thing. Anyone could really say that. And, you know, what is the hard evidence behind that? But I got to say, there has been a lot of things recently, but it's all coming from that one person, or has it been multiple people saying, I don't know?
Well, it's always from one article.
Yeah. Wizbowski Cole Campbell, after seeing these in NYCC, I'm assuming about the RDSD, I can say for myself they are actually very, very impressive. Much appreciated. And while I understand the point of them being made, are you worried at all that some may be thrown off by their comical nature? Or were you hoping that the medlem of cartoony would dark and mature characters would make them stand out even more? And the answer is, of course. I think that this is going off on a tangent. Of course, I think it's a bit of a risk and a gamble, specifically when it's when we mainly deal with the Western market, which doesn't really have too much of a affinity or exposure to this sort of style, which is hugely popular in Japan. So, of course, it's a risk for us, but it's also not mutually exclusive. It's not like because we've done SD, it doesn't mean we can't do another version, i.e., you know, a PVC in the normal proportion. So they're not exclusive to each other. But the point is, we wanted to try and test it out, because if we can start developing a interest in this SD line, and we really hope that we can, all of a sudden it means that we have the ability to do our own style, to do our own spin, and have our own version, which means we never have to therefore worry about something else because other people doing it. Because at the end of the day, what we do normally is trying to recreate the character itself as close as we can from the game, typically 9 times out of 10, 95% of the time. This time we've broken out of that and we've put our creative spin on it, yet also we're quite close to the nature of the game as well. So the question is, and therefore that's our sort of spin on it, and therefore we wouldn't have to fight with anybody against that. So that's what to think about. So really wanting to test it out, and we've had such a great reception and loving the Dark Souls community that we really wanted to test it out with that. Is there anything you wanted to add to that, Chocks?
Well, I mean, like when we started on, I think we explained that in the documentary as well. But when we started on this on this SD line project, we were kind of like, all right, let's try and get the best ingredients out there, mix them all up together, and add our bit of je ne sais quoi, to it. And it's Dark Souls was a good start because we love the game, and we know the game world is very detailed, and that kind of confirmed one of our ingredients that we want to make sure that the SD line was full of details, all that retained in that small stature. So we make sure it's really detailed, and then that kind of developed with adding more extra bits to the base, etc., and then adding our own touch to it. As in, we're good at what we do with resin, and we wanted to have that kind of like hands-on feel to it. So when you look at the PVC, you don't think it's a PVC. Is it a PVC or is it actually a resin? So it's kind of a mixture of both. You have your detailed statue, for that kind of small price, solid, heavy, has some weight, reasonably priced, reasonably sized, and then that kind of paint touch, the handmade kind of feel towards it. So it's like a mixture of everything together. So hopefully, once you guys seen this in hand, you might think, oh wow, this is kind of unique. And we also want to make sure that it has some sort of exclusive to it, because you can only get it from our website as well.
Look, we're looking forward to showing you that box. Really looking forward to showing you that box.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Mitchell Ray. Oh, by the way, Wayne, you're very, very welcome. Glad you like the Silver Tour. Mitchell Ray, is the Dark Souls line taking off like you hoped? Taking off? Absolutely. We're already 4 into it, so the answer is 100%. We're double downing on this. After RD came out, you asked how many figures you guys had planned for the line. You kept saying you keep putting them out as long as we keep buying them. So is the DS line looking good? Can we expect a long future? The answer is yes. Not only are we excited with the resin line, we're double downing with this PVC. So the answer is we're really excited about the future for Dark Souls, and we hope it's going to stay very, very Dark Souls-y for a long time in the future.
Yeah, because you guys say you want resin, you want large statues, you want smaller statues, you want PVC. So we're trying to do as much as we can.
Yeah.
Obviously within limits, within reasons. So hopefully we keep everyone happy.
Absolutely. Giovanni Colamorio, any news on the mighty Kamina? The answer is it's still with us, but he's looking tighter every day. Jake Mayer, you mentioned the Bebop crew would have images from the shows around the base. Have you already decided what scenes and images to be shown, or could you reach out for suggestions from the club? And the answer to that is actually the licensor was quite specific about what they wanted to see it from the style guide, rather than just pulling it in. Some of them are from the scenes. I need to go back and check all of that, but yeah, it was more about official artwork using for that. James Reyes, Square is typically off the table when it comes to licensing, but it seems only for the bigger hitters. Final Fantasy. Have you ever considered doing their Nier Automata license or making a TT for it to gauge interest?
That was asked 1 day ago. Perfect timing.
Can you tell me what the next lottery numbers are going to be? Any consideration on Ica as well? Her poll recently hit 450. When the TT first went up, I swear the goal was 450. For the past 4 months, has 500 been the new goal? The answer is the goal always keeps moving up and up and up. But Ica, I really need to think about what to do to what's the word? To get it combo pack viable for these sort of things to go. James Bennington, would you ever consider going after another Sunrise animation like Mobile Suits Gundam? We went after Gundam way back when. Part of the initial launches of trying to go after initial things, and the answer was we were not successful. Nana say, hey guys, hope all is well. I have a few questions regarding the number system, specifically regarding a situation where you have not made enough statues to fulfill guaranteed orders. Take Fighter Kirby, for example. As I place an early day 1 order, for argument's sake, let's say my statue was an X edition day 1. Would that number have been assigned sequentially during the initial batch with every intention to fulfill my order? This would mean that every low number has already been assigned, including golden ticket day 1 cards. Or were you aware beforehand that there weren't going to be enough statues to fulfill my specific order and you never assigned a statue the number 10? This means you skipped the number for those effects. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure. Now let's take Penda's situation. His Fighter Kirby was number 200. Would I automatically sit to his number 200 by default if I was the next in the line? Okay, that's a great question. And here is the question I have for you, Nanase. Did you authenticate your number 10? If you didn't authenticate it, you don't get that number. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, that we make authenticated numbers that have live orders against it by default first. Because if you haven't authenticated it, you don't get given any number. So the question is, did you authenticate? Do you have a Meta Knight and is it number 10? Did you authenticate it? That is a key question, because if the answer is yes, you did, then I don't understand why you haven't got one. Because my understanding is that you should have got it if you authenticated it, because we would have by default and made that first. We should always be making the number 10. Oh, sorry, making the authenticated numbers first. Well, the answer, Nana says, did you authenticate your Fighter Kirby? Yes or no? Sorry, do you have Meta Knight and did you authenticate it? If the answer is no, then that's the answer why you don't have your number, or a number, or an order. So actually authenticating actually guarantees your product more so than it does if you don't authenticate. That's another reason to bloody make it, just in case we do the numbers that are off.
Right.
If we do the numbers that are off, like we did for Fighter Kirby, because no one had cancelled, well, look what happened. Because they authenticated, they got it.
Yeah, it's like a double confirmation.
There you go.
If you're serious about your number, you got to.
There you go, Nana. Say next time authenticate it, then you would have got yours guaranteed. Well, the answer is that's what we always do. So that should answer your question. We always make the look at the authentic. And I tell you now, the authenticated numbers are very, very low, but we always make those first if they have orders against them for the next in the line, i.e. Fighter Kirby. Hopefully that understands your question. Aiden Wood, will the pre-order of Generals be this year or next year? If it's going to be this year, it'll be late this year. Ryan Byrne, what is your favourite song of all time? Can we hear a sneak of you singing it? Damn, my favourite song of all time. That's like really, really hard. Really, really, really hard. What's your favourite song of all time?
Really? That's impossible.
Favourite song of all time?
That's impossible.
I'm sorry. That's really hard. I can tell you what I've been listening to a lot in the car recently because Elizabeth keeps asking for it.
Right, really?
Likey Likey by Twice.
Again, still.
She loves it.
Still.
Well, I loved it. And I
It was a long time
listened to
ago
it.
when you showed me that.
Yeah. And then now Elizabeth is like, again. Likey Likey. Again.
Oh, God, that was a long time ago.
I was like, no. For God, look. And now he's into Strangers.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's into Strangers now. And Side to Side for some kind of reason.
No idea.
Side to Side? Ariana Grande.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
A bit old for that. I mean, a bit young for that.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
It's a bit,
So we're talking about riding dick bicycles and shit.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
Yeah. Hey Colin, I like myself some Guns N' Roses November Rain. That is Like, if you're on a desert island, let's be clear. If you're going to a desert island, you're going to go for, like, the longest songs.
Mm-hmm.
And November Rain is really long. but I really like that song as well. I really like it. Hey, Nana say, you know, we love that complications on their numbers, mate. We love it. We love it, love it, love it. Ching Tool, what is the likelihood of Dark Souls 2? The answer is very likely, and because we have it. And Demon Souls, and the answer is that's a different licensor. Michael Rossi, so the answer is there is no discussions about that. Michael Rossi, I'm still hoping for Zelda Breath of the Wild, PVC Breath of the Wild Zelda. Any chance we could get her RTF? What does RTF stand for?
You made it up.
RTF?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You made it up. You made it up.
Shit. I made that up. I thought it was like a WTF version. Okay, rally the fans. Well, you're not rallying the fans. You're rallying me, and the answer is the answer to that is hey, I would love to do that as well. The answer is we haven't got anything to announce about that, but it was something that we would definitely love to do. Joe Wall, when's the banjo reveal? The answer is Q2. Cynthia Martinez, I don't know if this has been asked, but I'd like to know the process you use to make molds. Oh, yeah, easy peasy. It is silicone molds. What you do is you basically have a tooling master, right? Which is just basically a hard version, right? So definitely can sustain some heat and all that sort of stuff. You get a bunch of silicone, and you sort of put it in a relatively concave shape of a half, kind of carve a half of a shape like that. Then you like pour in loads of silicone, right? Then you like shove it in halfway, so half of the product's in there. Then you use like these little pegs going around the shape, and this is the pegs going around it creates an imprint. It creates an imprint. And what that does is basically allows for you to so now you got basically imprints going down, like almost like sort of like dips and wells, right? So once you've done that, you have the first half of your mold. Then you have then you create a you sort of let that mold shape go higher up, and then what you do is you keep pouring it so it goes over the remaining half. And of course, the first one is already wet. Sorry, it's already dry now. Okay, so first we gotta let it dry. Now you've got these wells that have got nothing in there, right? Then when you pour in the next mold, the next silicone on top of it, right, the other half, the tooling master gets covered, and also it goes into those wells, and then it hardens as well. And then when you can pop it open, you have like these little pegs that goes into sockets.
Yeah, pegs and sockets.
Pegs and sockets.
Yeah.
And that allows for you to find the holes and therefore put them in. Now, obviously, there's an entrance at the beginning where you leave a niche where you can like turn it upside down and pour in the casting. So obviously, once you remove the tooling master, you can therefore put the molds back together, and inside the cavern inside, of course, is the shape of the original tooling master. Then you just pour in the resin. Bada bing, bada boom. Bob's your aunt. Bob's your uncle, I should say, even. Candace Hill. Have you ever thought about doing a full PVC line, maybe of a line you've already done? The answer is yeah, we're going to keep on doing lots more. Like tonight. Kevin Staff is 0. What are the flexi pay amounts looking like? Well, we're going to be doing a 12-month plan. Do not worry about that. So it should be just a few less cups of coffee a month. Mark Johnston, how many Zelda statues do you think will go up for pre-order this year? Really hard to say. I'm hoping at least 2. And for MGS statues, do you think, or how many MGS do we think it's going to be? 1. Got to get my dollar strategy sorted. Hopefully that's helped. Joseph Boyd, what do you do with all of your statues? Are they displayed somewhere in the F4F headquarters or at home? If so, can you show us the setup sometime? The answer to that is my house is super small, and as all homes in Hong Kong are, so it's very limited. Unfortunately, all of my collection is packed away in the warehouse in China, and the ones that we have in the office are basically the last year's worth of prototypes, I guess.
But they get shipped back to the warehouse sometimes.
Back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
We sort of change that. So
it's like space in the office isn't
Yeah.
that big either.
So it makes me a sad bunny that I don't have the sort of the space that some of you guys have. to be able to. So that's why I'm going over to Bang's house. I'm gonna go see Bang in Las Vegas. He's got 100 F4Fs. I'll be like, oh yeah, oh nice.
Make sure you count. Make sure you count them.
I'll count them.
Yeah, make sure he's got 100.
Yeah, I'll count them.
Yeah.
Is he in the trips? Is he in the trips?
Is he in the trip? He should be.
Yeah. I mean, no. He says he's in the trips.
He said he's in the trip.
Yeah, but the point is, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's in the trips.
Yeah.
Alessio Bucci's looking forward to that little RTSD documentary. That is 1 hour and 30 seconds to go. How is that? How's that?
Yeah.
Thingy bob?
Just go back to go and have a look at it.
Have a goosey gander at that, and then you can bring it over and start uploading it from here.
Yeah, I know.
What is it? What's it on? Is it done? What's it on?
84.
84. Okay, cool.
Tight.
Tight.
Yeah. Oh. Just 140. Not quite 151 yet.
Hit us up when it's 151. There's going to be 4 lucky winners chosen at random. Michael, like OG line or SD line, or why not both? Indeed, why not both? Again, guys, what is that word I'm going to use to define to that has already been done for Crash and BOTW Link? Those that are direct replicas of the characters from the games or from whatever they're supposed to be from. What do we call that line? SD obviously is SD. What do we call the line for those that are supposed to be representative of those?
I think we should make a post about it.
Alright, we'll do. Riku Micha. Are there any statues of any kind? Are there any statues you kind of regret doing? Not particularly because of sales, because more of an afterthought, like that pose wasn't the best choice or something like that. The answer is, yeah.
The answer is yeah.
Every day. And how are the chances of Steins Gate TT? Put it on the list.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's a game and an anime, so everyone should be happy and play.
Oh, really?
See that masterpiece.
We've done some TTs that have that crossover anime endgame and people got upset. Why?
Why what?
Like, oh, don't choose the anime, choose the game instead.
Digimon.
Amongst others.
Nick Teves, what is up, guys? I was wondering what you thought about the possibility of making the cards for the Samurai Champloo line look like vinyl records instead of the norm. I know it's awkward, but I like if you guys... I know I'd like it if you guys were down. That's a nice idea, but unfortunately we're fixed to that credit card style. Also, in regards to Samurai Champloo, I need to know that when you do Fu, she will be accompanied by Momo. Yeah, absolutely. Flying squirrels for the win. Hope you do it. It just wouldn't feel right with the but you completely agree. In regards to Berserk, do you know what the next line is after Guts? The answer is Skull Knight, and it's looking tight. John knew the Chinese factory people do amazing work, but how come giant statue painting robots aren't a thing yet? Right? Right. I look forward to that. Cedric Bardo, congratulations, Alex. You were right about the rape horse. I was indeed. You didn't mention that last week. If you don't like a license, no nudity or horse involved, would you still make a statue of it? Would your personal taste take over the businessman? The answer is... My personal taste is always... My personal taste is completely... My personal taste before the club was all there was. 100% all there was in terms of guiding and governing what we make and what we produce and what we went after. My personal taste has become way less as a result of the club. It's the club that dictate that, and my personal taste does not factor in that. It's reduced way less that I wouldn't overrule anything. If there's enough RTFing out there, I will always look at that. Sarahid Juarez. If you guys can get any Square license from that poll, which would it be? FF7, what is up? Anana say, hey Alex, is there anything you collect or expensive luxuries you enjoy, like how we buy your statues? And if so, what and why?
What?
Mail.
I don't know what hidden secrets you have. What special hobbies you have.
No. I've been always on a. I've always been very sort of. Yeah, I don't really splurge on. Just trying to think. Only games, I guess you could say, but they're always like a fixed cost. You know, the amount that you pay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah.
But you don't go out your way. Oh yeah, I need to collect this, or I need to buy this.
Yeah, it's more like I want to play the game rather than I want to collect the game, if that makes sense. Yeah. You know, I guess, yeah. So in terms of a hobby that's about spending money because you're collecting or something like that, it's more like a hobby because you want to play the game and you like playing that game and all that sort of stuff. So I guess that's what I would say. But as I said, it's not expensive
You collect
because
those,
it's fixed.
You collect those, whatever, you collect that. You collect the crap, don't you, on your mobile game? What game you play? You collect your gems or your whatever. Oh, I'm gonna collect this week. Right? That game you played with Phil. I'm gonna collect this. I'm gonna collect my winnings. Right.
Can we ban Coke from every stream from now on? Yeah.
Go, man.
Where is Chocks and can I have my Red Bull Chocks back, please?
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Brendan Rastello. Shout out to him with regards to Ica. TT's now at 450. Indeed, save F4F Ica. Hey Brendan, hit me up in the club. Oh no, hit me up in the Addy chat. What should we do to make that combo? Thomas Lane, would there be a way to implement the login point system, 4 points login day, to match the person's time zone? It's a bit frustrating at 7 EM EST and then being registered on the login. The answer to that is it's based off of the server time, which is based in the UK, unfortunately. Cannot do it based on your time zone because how does it even know that? Like geotagging, you can then you can just say like I'm now based in you know, you can then jump on a VPN and go right every single location you can change your location.
Can we just like put like a time on the website, like a world clock time, so people can see? Oh, I need to know, because for somebody new or for somebody that's a regular, it's like I don't know what time is the actual time it changes.
True.
From today to tomorrow.
Yeah.
So maybe like a world clock or something.
Yeah. So international.
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, that's right. We're almost there, Japan. We love you.
Yep. Richie Afai, how do we determine who is in the first USA shipment of the Majora's Mask X? It's a good question. I'm assuming it's by order launch. I don't see why it shouldn't be. Should be first come, first served. Need to check. Well, it hasn't left yet, and I'll speak to Sunny to make sure that is the case.
Is it by region?
No, because he's talking about USA. Because in the
right,
USA,
sorry.
there's 2 batches.
Ah, right.
So the answer to that is good question, and I believe it should be first come, first served. I'll check with Sunny.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't left yet. Chris Hildebrand Jr. Alex, have you seen the Square poll this week? What are your thoughts? Certainly impressive compared to the fact is DC hit me up and he asked, can you post that? I said, but didn't you already post one in October? And he said, but there was now having the addition of Nier, which of course that was a good call because now we're going to do a TT based on that.
Yeah, games are being updated.
Yeah, and the point is, you know, based on that, I'm very, very surprised that there's so much more traffic on it, which is great. The Bead. Number 1. You mentioned last week that after SD Artorias, there will be hopefully a new PO every 2 weeks. Is this a short-term change because of the logjam of statues waiting to go up for order, or a frequency you'd like to continue with this possible? We wanted to do this last year, way earlier last year. The reality is we have so many licenses that we don't exploit is not the word, but we don't maximize the use of them if we don't do one every 2 weeks. But I'm more concerned about not doing it in a way that is gonna clog everything up in the production side of things. So I'm much happier with where the production team is right now than I was where they were 6 months ago. Let's get them still firing on more cylinders. But the answer is, yeah, we're going to keep on pushing that. 2 weeks if we can for the foreseeable future until we start having where we don't have so many things that are in hand, if that makes sense. Number 2, once Artorias SD is proven to be incredibly successful, do you want to expand the range of SD Dark Souls so we could have something really big, like have a really big Sith to go with Artorias, or would you like the scale to remain the same size regardless of the scale? What? Yeah, good question. I have some thoughts about that, and I hit you up in the Addy chat. I have some thoughts about that.
What sizes?
Yeah, like make a 2-scale Sith.
Oh, for the SD line. I've seen that before. Some other companies do that. Same thing, same product, different scale, right? Is that what I was trying to say? Yeah.
For Chocks.
Same shit, different day, isn't it?
You.
What's this? Pretend Alex comes to you tomorrow and has decided to retire and insists you become the new F4F CEO. What's the second thing you do as CEO?
What's the first thing you do?
Yeah, never mind the second thing. You don't know. You never know. You're never gonna know what my first thing's gonna be. There you go, done.
But he doesn't care what your first thing's gonna be. He wants to know the second thing you're gonna do.
Ah, well, I need to figure out what's my first thing to do first. My first thing will probably think about my second thing, right?
So your second thing, second thing will be thinking about your third thing.
Yeah, that list is gonna be long.
I can see this going for many things to think about.
What are you doing?
You're thinking,
what?
Where should I take the company on holiday?
Really?
That's what you'd be thinking, yeah?
Nah. Got bigger things than that, if that ever happened.
Sarah Arrington. So with the minifigures, have you thought about branching out, or is your partner limited to just Sonic? So you're talking about minifigures, yeah? Right, that's based on GNF and our dealing with that. It would be nice to see mini versions of other things, of others aside the Blue Hedgehog. Well, that is not really us to dictate what they're doing. That's their own thing, and we'll just pick up whatever they're doing. Can we look for other items that will fit the GNF, fit that partnership range? We're always looking for that. But it's always, we don't just want to slap our name against anything. We want to make sure it makes sense, that we can add value to it. Do you guys really keep up on everything here, or do you get the highlights via chat? I don't see how you manage with everything you do. So, to be honest with you, I keep up a lot, but nowhere near the level that Chocks does. Chocks was brought on specifically because he was so involved at the beginning, and that was almost like your first. Of course, you've evolved since then, but you've always had a first job, and that's always been to see what's going on and keeping the finger on the pulse. And yes, Chocks always reports to me anything that he thinks is important for me if I don't see it myself. And it's not just in the club; it's also at the club.
He's getting crazier and crazier.
Shaking head, but you know. So in terms of that, yes, I hear it from the Addy chat. I also hear it from Chocks. I also see it myself as much as I can do whilst doing other things. But you know, it's a very, very important part of the, you know, of our strategy. Absolutely. 3. If you want another classic anime line that hasn't been made 10 times over, might I suggest Slayers? RTF Fun Day. I don't see anybody's written. Have you heard about Slayers?
I think Sarah did do it.
On Fun Day?
Oh, no, Sarah suggests quite a lot of things. Yeah. Probably on some fun days.
Alright, RTF.
Probably didn't get a lot of traction, honestly. Yeah.
Nanase, how's true for Minabe split to Nintendo now? Yeah! Would you consider making any Zelda SDs? Yeah! Let's just see that. I would love to.
We always consider, especially all the IPs we have. You know, SD. What?
Yeah, I would love to do a Zelda SD. But right now, we've done whatever we call it, OG, whatever. We've already done, obviously, Link on that. But I would love to do an SD. Yeah. We want to prove that it works first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cedric Bardo, will RTSD and MMX be in the same container for Europe? No. MMX will go way before. And also, MMX is big enough to fit its own container, I believe. Are you sure? The answer is I'm pretty sure. 3, will Chocks post the shout out comments while I'm at work just to make sure I miss it?
Just to make sure I will miss it.
Yeah, that you'll miss it. Kevin Starr, okay. I know gaming heads have Jack, Ratchet and Sly figures. However, assuming they let the license lapse, would you ever consider picking them up for your own line? The answer is, well, I had the great honor to actually make those the Jacks 1 and 2, and Ratchet and Clank 1, and the Sly Cooper figures at my time when I was at Gaming Heads. If they let it lapse, the answer is absolutely. Norma G, number 1. What are your thoughts on the spiritual stones from the Legend of Zelda? Is it possible as props or jewelry like the line of DS? Well, the DS, we didn't actually make the jewelry. Obviously, Torch made those, and there's a partnership thing there. So we don't actually have. We had quite a lot of difficulty making that Sif ring, and as we know, so jewelry's not our expertise at this stage. Not saying that it will be in the future stage, but the answer is, I've definitely seen that you and some other guys have also been rallying for that. As I said, when I can't remember whoever asked me, it was Cedric, I'm pretty sure. Would I not do something about my personal opinion? I said, if there is enough interest in there, Norma, of course, be more than happy to look into it. I don't remember there being tons and tons of reaction on it, but don't forget, it's always that much harder for I will call this kind of odd things for Zelda lines or Nintendo lines, because there's so much that is already focused on what we're working on at the moment, meaning that it has to be really, really rallied to be like, you know what, Nintendo, stop everything. We should be making these because there are literally loads and loads and loads of people in the club that are rallying for this. If that can be demonstrated, then that's another conversation. That really is another conversation. And if possible, what do you guys need from the club to make it happen? Yeah, demands TT, absolutely. Like, demands. Make that voice really, really loud. Number 2, are we getting more of the Star Fox line to match the R-Wing? How about the SD Star Fox crew? How about SD Star Fox crew as a start? Well, look, I would love to SD everything because it means it's our spin on it. It's almost like the Funko. No one can make Funkos because it's their own design, as an example, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the same sort of thing that we're trying to get into for ourselves. So I think I'm going to give Brenton a Star Fox TT. If it's going to be a ship, if it's going to be Fox McCloud, what's it going to be? It's definitely something that, again, with anything Nintendo, it's got to be super, super, super loud to take it away from the other things that we're already working on. Number 3, what are you getting from the TTs as consideration to making such line statues? For example, today's TT, if there is so much no votes, are you even going to consider it? It's not an idea to rally or hype that TT since the next one's coming up. The answer to that is absolutely no's make no difference. I'm looking at the yes votes. If there is, as I said, if there's 1 million no's but 1,000 yeses, we're in business. No problem with your language and translations. Fantastic. Absolutely A-okay. So thanks very much for your questions. Daniel Wang showing love. Right back at you. Randy Draz, have you ever thought about doing F4F community days or hype days a week or so before PO, where you create a massive gaming event, e.g. F4F plays Mega Man, or a massive anime binge watch amongst club members? Hey, that's a great idea. Maybe that's something that we could get Jeff to be in charge of. He's in charge of events.
We need bigger team. Takes a lot of effort. Posting that up, spreading that out, making events, making a calendar, get that organized, and raffle prizes within that. In theory, it sounds it sounds, all well, good and easy, but
And as long as it's a, if it's a 2-player versus game, can we be clear that you got to like
What?
take the fall?
take the fall.
You could be about to like, you're about to like.
Let's start this event. Oh, I lost.
No. What I mean by that is you're about to perfect me, yeah, because you're using Blanca and you're cheating again, right?
I'm cheating. I'm cheating.
And then you got to let me win. We have that unwritten rule.
We'll have some side bets.
Unwritten rule.
Unwritten rule.
That you're about, that you got to let me win.
All right then. If we have this, if we ever have this, I'll let you win.
Yeah, all right, cool. Of course, mate, you can try your best if you ever do Soul Calibur 2, mate.
All right then.
Troy, Blair, what secret Zelda statues do you plan this year? Come on, tell us the truth now.
Oh yeah, we did say one, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Just I need, it's not with me, it's with the big N, and I'm looking forward to moving on that. Robert Elliott, if Amy and Wolfling got together and had a cub, what would the little creature that rides on the cub look like? So we have Midna. We have Midna. And we have Isun. What is a mixture of Midna and Isun? Then we're going to talk about, obviously, Imp Midna.
Yeah.
Well, they both wear hats, don't they?
Right.
So it had to be a person, right?
Right.
So if they had, but none of them have wings, so no wings.
Well, it depends who dominates who.
But none of them have wings. Why were they growing wings? No wings. So we agree no wings.
Why are we talking about wings anyway?
I'm just saying, by first of all, they have no wings, right?
No wings, yeah.
Okay. But they definitely have to have a hat. Isun's got one. Midna's got a helmet. So something on the head. Right. Facial features, they're all quite flat. Yeah, so. Midna's like kind of naked. She's naked. Isun, it's got clothes. So we'll go definitely either shorts or just a t-shirt. Half and half.
Right, yeah.
What about colour?
Well,
What about skin
Midna's
colour?
like dark grey green. And Isun's kind of pinky. But I also got green as well. So I definitely think it'd probably be... But of course, the biggest question is, how on earth have we spent 3 minutes discussing this?
Yeah.
Sarahid Juarez, I recently discovered that F4F has a license for Gurren Lagann, but unfortunately the pose was denied by the licensor. Has there already been any progress on coming since? Or what are the future plans for this license? Are you an alt of Cormorio right there? And the answer is Giovanni, is that your alt? But the answer is it is coming along nicely, the change. It's looking good. I'm happy with how that's coming along. We should be able to submit that next week if everything goes smoothly. Braden Cole, hey guys, for the SD Solaire, there will be Praise the Sun edition and regular, correct? Any chance of having the combo pack be shipped in one box so the figures share the box rather than being packed separately? That's a good question. And the answer is we're not sure about the timings on all of that.
I'm not sure about the box either.
Yeah.
Because right now, for example, the Crash exclusive PVC came in its own brown art box, and then within another shipper box.
All right, sweet. We have the shout-outs this week. We're going to kick it off with Hector Morales. Boom! Shout out to you, Michael Lai. How's it going? In Townsville. John Morales, how's it going? Shout out. Sav Cantus in the house. We've got JC back at it again with the blue hearts. Jake Mayer, what is going on, mate? Congrats on making it this week. Chris Hildebrand Jr., yes, you did make it. Shout out to you. The Law gets a shout out as always. We've got Brendan Freedy. How's it going? And last but not least, Braden, because you posted it right after he posted it. He posted his question. Colin Varcholik, number 1. Have you ever considered adding a color chat to the TT website, just to clarify which figures have been made, which companies have been contacted, and which aren't happening, and maybe even add a progress with milestones? That is way too much information. The answer is never consider doing that. Because
work as well.
Yeah.
Work for no
that's
no real advantage. Or benefits, I would say.
It would also be quite easy to monitor our progression in terms of
spies.
There you go. Number 2. Can we get some more bloody guts pictures to the group since we've only seen the regular edition? The answer is, it is over there right now, but we are waiting until the TTs just to come out.
Yeah, we want more blood.
Number 3, how about a Claymore TD shout out? Guys, you know, Colin has always been pushing for that Claymore without fail every week. Go and check it out if you're a fan of Claymore. There's 132 people on the stream. Maybe you didn't know that there's a TT for it. Go and check it out, please.
Yeah, go out there and share that TT blog post as well.
There isn't one for Claymore, is there? Because it was too early for it.
You're probably right. Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
My bad.
Number 4. Well, you can also go on the Aramis site.
Aramis.
Number 4. Just wanted to thank you guys for dealing with my shit and being awesome. We noticed that you have a very passionate love for guts, and not so much on the we'll call it the sort of more cutesy sort of stuff, but just make sure, as long as you're cool and respectful for that,
Yes.
then we're always all good. Just
Respect
keep it on that
the
side and it's all
cutesy
good.
stuff, all right?
Yeah, it's good. But appreciate, you know, the support. You're always here every week. You're always in the club, and that's something that we really appreciate. Only going to be able to watch 2 more after this one because I do seasonal work and I'll be busy as hell. Mate, good luck with that. And hopefully everything goes well for that. Let us know what that seasonal work is. Be curious. Yeah. Cedric Bardo, looks like I missed a shout out me in my sleep. Absolutely right. Better luck next time. I still have a question. Are you free to choose the background music for the Cowboy Bebop documentaries? Or do you have instructions on what you can or can't use? That's way too far in the future. Let us know if you have some suggestions. Same question before all the licenses. Yeah, sometimes we ask and we get rejected, and sometimes it's okay, and most of the time we can choose it ourselves.
Yeah. What's this?
About background music in the documentaries.
Yeah.
Joshua Harmon, Alex, do you like To the Moon, and would you consider doing a TT for it? I don't think anybody would. You know, I like To the Moon. I really enjoyed it. I won't forget it anytime soon. I was surprised that I enjoyed it that much, and I don't think I would consider doing a TT for it because it's all pixelated and it's all like.
Sorry.
Have you played To the Moon? Have you heard of it?
To the Moon or Streets of Rage?
What? I don't get the comparison.
There is no comparison. Streets of Rage wins.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. Ethan Palmer office tour, please. Okay, yeah. I think what I got to do is try and get like people to interview people and do that part of the office tour.
Oh, 92.
Kurt Griswold, 92, yeah. What do you guys do for fun when you aren't working? When we aren't working.
When we aren't working.
Are we?
This is fun. Research. More research.
Playing games, watching TV shows, watching films.
Anime, manga. I wish I had more time for that. What?
You know, like nice meals, nothing crazy. You don't, you know, quite boring actually.
Quite boring, yeah.
And where do you all work before you're out this job? Before you're in this job, I guess. So.
Kurt is so new that he hasn't. You know, you've
been around for a while.
Is he?
Yeah,
well, you should know what you've been doing before this.
Well, the answer is nothing.
There you go, guys. There you go, Kurt.
And Chocks is a QA. Semi-retired man of leisure, Q&A. He's working at Ninja Theory, working at Blitz Games, and Cody's. Those just main 3. It was just 3, yeah.
That was back in
3, yeah.
Back in UK.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 3, yeah.
Those 3, I believe. I think. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Abraham Sanchez, I know it's kind of a ways before Coco reaches 250, but when she does reach 250, would you make your own poll for Coco? Or would you certify my poll to get the ball rolling on her?
Abraham.
You always push her on RTF. You RTF her on fun days, and I really appreciate your passion on that. And keep going, mate. Keep going.
Yeah. Keep sharing in the other Crash Bandicoot and Spyro groups. I know you've been spamming the hell out of those groups as well.
Which is good.
But I don't know. For some strange reason, nobody. No offense, mate. I know. I really appreciate your effort in that, but somehow I don't see people
reacting to it.
Reacting to it, yeah. I react to it. I'm like one of the first ones that react to it. Come on, guys, show some support for Abraham.
Nana say, what's the reason for Silver being double boxed? And the answer is we want to try and start doing that for everything moving forwards. we're trying to get into that. Yeah, I said let's try and get that done. Just want things to arrive even safer. Ronnie Gerards, is clear resin painted, or does it exist entirely out of the same color? And the answer is, it's painted. It's painted in translucent colors to make it tint. Or it can just be clear, and then it will just be clear. Or you can tint the resin itself in the actual mix it together and get it that when it's in the liquid form. Now let's say, how many Majora's Mask Golden Ticket Day 1's cards have gone out in the initial first batch? No idea. I have no idea what happened to them, who they go to. You have to ask this guy. Who decides? I have no idea either, guys. I just write it and then they disappear.
It's random. Why know where they're gone? Why know about it? Just throw it in there.
Michael, yeah, indeed. Michael lies. So, what did you guys do today? I mean, it's Chinese New Year. Well, this morning we found out the documentary wasn't uploaded, so I came to the office first thing in the morning and I uploaded what happened to be a duff one in the first place. I then found out Kanako's PC's blown up, so I was like, oh man, can we go and buy a laptop?
Awesome.
But Shaman Post closed, so I didn't bother with that.
Then take this one with you.
Then what happened? Then
I came in about.
Then I went back home.
You went home. You came out just for that video.
Yes. What else do you think I came over for?
But I was gonna come out anyway.
But I didn't know how long it was gonna take to process. I didn't know that sort of stuff. I was worried that it was gonna be like a long time to process.
You think? Nah, it'd be alright.
Well, obviously yesterday we didn't know what the problem was. You told me en route that I think I closed my thing.
Yeah, then I realized. I remember I did close the lid. It was stupid of me, but
right.
But
I was concerned that it was actually there was a problem with, and I was like, just in case there was a problem with uploading it. If we came quite late, that
Yeah.
But look where we are now. That made no difference. Then I went back home, and then I came out for some din-dins, and Chocks came and joined me for that, and then Chocks has been here in the office preparing for tonight's launch. All right, cool.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Any news on Donkey Kong that's going to be discussed with Nintendo in our upcoming meeting? No PO date for Mario and Yoshi, that's with me. And Gruntilla did not get enough love.
Hey, I know you asked these questions I've seen you ask these questions somewhere else.
Nana say, behind every great man is a great woman. With Valentine's just gone, it would be nice to know if you could tell us a story of how you and Kanako met. I hope you had a nice time on Valentine's Day and did something nice special for her. Well, Japanese Valentine's Day is when the lady gets the man something, and then 1 month later the man can go, you didn't get me jack shit, so I ain't getting you jack shit.
Yeah, it's still way around, isn't it?
Yeah, baby. Yeah. We met when she was in the UK. She was studying for a couple of months, and I saw her in the last month of her studies in the UK. She quickly found out that it was hella cheaper learning English by dating someone from England rather than paying the school fees. And actually, we met through friends. She was going to a English language school, and my mate, his now wife, was dating a girl from China, and she had come over to study English, and Kanako was her schoolmate. And we met like that. And what was quite interesting is that Kanako was going back to Japan, and I was obviously still in the UK, and we had to really very quickly, after almost 1 or 2 weeks, say, are we going to try and make this a long-term relationship? And
because you really love those sushis, yeah?
And we said, let's try it. For 3 months, we didn't, long-term relationship. Long distance relationship. Then we spent a month and a half in Beijing together. We said, let's see what happens in the summer. So we spent a month and a half in Beijing or 2 months during Beijing, which was my holiday from university. And then we then said, okay, at the end of that, do we try to keep the long distance relation? Do we keep on going? So which we said, yes, we would. And for 6 months, a long distance relationship. And then she came and joined me in Leeds for the last 6 months of my time at Leeds University. And then we graduated. Then I graduated, and then she came with me to Beijing, and we've been with each other ever since. And nice blue flowers, F4F flowers, surprised for her, were sent to her, plus some chocolates. And I'm still going, where the hell is my thing? Arnold Hagen, are there any announced Mario line characters in the making? If so, do you plan to have them up in 2019 or later? Luigi did hit 600 a while back. Would that be enough to take him to the table when you're meeting with Nintendo? Bowser's sales will prove that there'll be quite a lot of Mario fans for support. So what about what's going on with Luigi? So the answer to that is one step at a time. You know, the Mario sales haven't exactly been amazing. Tanuki wasn't amazing. Cat Mario wasn't amazing. Bowser was amazing. We're hoping that it's a different time now. It's too far to be thinking about the future. Right now we're working on the Mario and Yoshi. Let's get the conversation talking about Donkey Kong. Keep going from that. What about making a selection of calendar pages with all your announced characters? I know there's quite a few listed, but not all. It might give a little reset to the questions about the calendar. I did. Announced but not yet. Announced but not yet. Schedule. There's other stuff there as well, I guess. That's pretty current about what we're going to reveal at that stage. De Jesus. Hey peeps. So what's going on with Mugen sales? Are we still getting... So go by Mugen sales. Are we still getting Jin in full? You know, as I said, it did better than Saitama. You know, I need to get some more encouragement on that. Number 2. How's Genos coming along? And when can we expect a PO on him? He's pretty much done in 3D. If we're going to PO him, it will be really late in the year. Number 3, same question above but for Alphonse. Really, really good and much earlier. Lastly, F4F Persona 5. When? You know, your question to Atlas's is, fingers crossed. Joshua Harmon, seeing Persona 5 got a poll for the specific characters. People wanted to see an MHA was more successful TD. Can we get one for MHA soon? The answer is if we ever get to the point where we are likely to get the license, then we would ask that question then. Also, whilst on this topic, what criteria do you use for deciding when it's the right time to do a character poll for a successful TT license? You know, there is no character, there is no science behind it. It's just, we don't want to keep doing huge hitters every week because it gives us more pressure to try and get them if they do really, really well. And that's what we try to do. So that's, yeah, there's no criteria. Chris Medeiros, to get more activity on TTs would pinning the current TTs and link to the old TTs work so people can see them as soon as they come to the club? No one looks at the pin posts. Nobody ever looks at the pin posts, especially on mobiles. And we usually use that pin post just to do the latest pre-order. Joshua Harmon, are you able to make events for the TTs? Would that make sure that more of the club activity members see them? Possibly. I think you can have an event within, you know, an event. Yeah, maybe we'll try that out. Michael Pilot. Good morning, F4F fam. Hope you're doing well. Happy CNY. Thank you very much. FMA questions and non-FMA questions. Considering how you now buy in-stock items for the website, does that affect the number of statues produced? You aim to produce 30% of something, but since you know you can buy some after the release, do you take that into consideration as well? Not really. We round up, but only just to the nearest sort of nice whole number. But not to take into account stock, because we think that stock's going to happen from cancellations anyway, so we don't push up the numbers at all. How many secret unannounced licenses are you working on right now? Way less than before, because now we use the clubs to dictate what we're making. Number 3, when you create prototype versions, you start by showing the X or regular version to the licensor all at the same time. Number 4, we see those drawings of the base markup for Alphonse's base. Did you stick to that, or has it changed from what you've shown us? I think I can't remember what we showed. I think we stuck with it. I think. I can't remember. Number 5, does Alphonse's X include a cat inside his armor? No, baby. I ain't answering. No. 6, is the paint job finished approved for Alphonse? No. Because it's not finished yet. So it hasn't been approved. But what has been shown has been really people like it. Is there anything to show about the FMA line? Anything at all? Nope. They are very, very particular. I'm really sorry about that. Choreo Tool. Since the TTs of the community decide what statues they'd like to see, is there any TTs that you would like to see personally achieve to get the target? Vote SOR for this boy. Colin, what TTs do you want to see that hit the target? SOR for you. Colin, what's your favorite anime? Chocks.
Don't have a favorite. There's tons. It's like animes, not just one.
All the ones that we've got.
Announced or unannounced?
And unannounced ones. Jane Queen. Does a reservation seal a number if you authenticate it, or is it in the order of people authenticating it? So exactly how exactly are the numbers done? It is done from a first come first served basis on when you place your order for a new line, and for second lines, for second in the line, it's about the authentication plus the time you did it. Authentication always takes precedent over that.
Ooh, quick question from the stream.
Yeah.
What happened to Devil May Cry, Dante?
Yeah, that's still in development.
Still in development.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I want to get that done. We've got all these backup ones that we want to get done.
Hey, Jorge.
Yo.
Are you in Japan now?
Justin Slice, repeat of an unanswered question. Oh, sorry, unanswered question. Sorry. If I get my SIF converted and authenticated, will it be in time for Solaire to inherit the number? The answer is yes. Secondly, if I do it, will it spoil my low Orni number? The answer is your low Orni number will be tied if you don't authenticate your Solaire. So SIF doesn't affect Orni. SIF affects only Solaire. If you don't authenticate Solaire, then it will default to where you were in the position for Ornstein compared to the overall pool of numbers that have already been authenticated. Nana say, you skipped the end of my question. Will batch 2 of the Fighter Kirby have a chance of getting a day 1 golden ticket? No, it won't. Good question. The answer is no. Jake Mayer, just wanted to say, I watched Princess Mononoke and I'm with you, Alex. It will be a dream statue indeed, mate. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Ghibli, hit me up. Therese Guzman, will Bowser production start soon? Chinese New Year. Let's have a conversation about that after Chinese New Year. I hope so. Cedric Bardot, do you have any news on the Spyro Gems box? The answer is no. Why is he banging on about it? We've shown you what it is. It's the purple game, which is like, okay, we haven't done the final version of actually adding into it, and the gold foil and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Because it was just like printed on top of it.
Yeah.
Hunter, how steady is Guts mount point? It seems small and all the weight is hanging on the sides. The answer is, it's like a massive. Wait for the documentaries and we'll show you like. Yeah. Maybe not the documentaries, more like the production pictures, videos you'll see.
Yeah, we'll smash one up right in front of you.
Actually, what I can do is I can get them to show us the actual wires and what's going through
the internal skeleton.
Yeah. Question for Chocks. If you want to... Go.
Another one? What? If you run out of Red Bulls, do you become super weak or do you become super angry and turn into the Chocks?
Well, you guys know how I feel without Red Bull. Last time.
It's usually a mute screen grab.
And then, we had to go that to the mic. But
I mean like when you're a mute member and then like you screen grab it and then you put it
Yeah, but I never run out of Red Bull when I'm working off cam. For some strange reason, it's happened once or twice on cam during the stream where I run out of Red Bull. But tonight, but it's Chinese New Year, so we love red. We love China red.
There you go. JB, speaking of Nintendo meetings, is Pikmin looking better these days? The answer is something like 500 now or something, isn't it? I need to look into it more.
Yeah, what's up, guys? That Pikmin TT poll was quite specific because it says diorama PVC, and honestly, I think we got some awesome ideas with that franchise. If we ever did do it, it would be quite cool. But like 500.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yep. TT time. I mean, who dat? Do your test, boys and girls.
Working backwards. Yo, Howard V. You want some more Midna in your life? Eleanor with the double T.
All right, guys, here we go.
Who is it?
You want to see?
Oh, might as well. I need to type it out.
That's true. I need the full name, not just one name. I need the full name. The full name, please, guys.
Full name of the character.
Full name of the character in 3,
Proper name.
3, 2, 1. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? I know you can see.
You can see a reflection of guts.
Yeah. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
It's still typing test. Stop typing test, guys. Unless have we started to slow down?
No. Screen cap, they can see it. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
And how many guys? How many?
have
3
3 winners,
winners.
yeah.
3
Potential players for a chance
Turn
to
up the
win.
brightness. All right.
Chance
okay,
to win
cool.
8,000 reward points each.
Okay, I'll turn up the brightness.
24,000.
Keep an eye on that. No. Okay. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
He's not called turn the brightness up. Too much glare.
That's obvious if I do that.
It's all obvious.
Who dat? Who dat?
So obvious.
Who dat? Who dat?
So obvious. So obvious. So obvious.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
So obvious.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
Come on, guys. We're gonna launch after this.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Alright, we got it. Devon. DC. De Jesus.
Hold on. Go back. Not this one.
What? Well, where's Larissa?
Oh, careful,
Oh, yeah,
careful.
hold on.
Go
Sorry,
back.
sorry.
Go
Oh,
back.
sorry about that, De Jesus. Made a mistake. You're right, Larissa and DC. Sorry, De Jesus. Sorry about that. 3 winners for a chance for Who Dat Who Dat. Chinese New Year celebrations. Chocks, how many of them are going to win? 3 now.
Let me check something.
That's a good point. Sorry about that, De Jesus.
Right.
All right, we're going to kick it off with Devon Wenstrom for a chance to win 500 reward points to get on the list. You have to choose one of 4 hands. You have a 75% chance to get 500 reward points. Is it hand number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4 for a chance to win? Let's go, Devon. Let's go, Devon. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Does Devon know how to play?
He's gone for number 3.
Alright.
If you gone for hand number 1, you would have had 500 reward points. If you gone for hand number 2, you would have gone for 500 reward points. But you went for number 3, and congratulations. Because you'll get through this. I can't believe it's already been 3 hours, Chocks. For fuck's sake.
It hasn't been 3 hours.
It's coming up to 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a quick one. We didn't do anything this week.
Well, you forced us all to listen to
your
your love
panda
life.
stories.
Yeah, your pandas and your love life.
All right, Chocks has got 2 hands, and I've got 1 hand to
Is it me? I have 2 hands?
No, it's not all way, but we could.
Or you want to switch it up?
Well, I was going to switch it up, but you know.
Really?
Yeah, in
You
3.
want me to do 2 hands?
Yeah, you have 2 hands now. That's
I have
okay.
2 hands
Yeah,
this
yeah.
time, guys.
3, 2, 1. Boom! Devon, for a chance to win 1,000. You can walk away with 500. 1, 2, or 3 for a chance to win 500 reward
Walk
points.
away, walk away, walk away. We're going to launch.
In the comments,
Yeah,
what do you want to do?
You don't want 1,000 points. Just walk away. We've got an SD launch to do. All right. Don't choose 1. Don't choose 2. Or don't choose 3.
He's going for number 1. If you'd chosen hand number 2, you would have got yourself 1,000 reward points. If you chose number 1 and 3, 2, 1, boom! Congratulations, you got it.
1,000.
All right.
Oh
Here we
my
go,
God.
Devon. Here we go.
50-50.
I'm a bit concerned that if we go through it quickly, they're going to win loads of points.
Yes. This is all on you.
2,000 points, 50-50 chance. We have either the number 1 or the flower. Okay.
Number or the flower.
For a chance to win
2,000
points. Let us know in the comments. If you want to walk away, no problem. Just let us know what you would have gone for.
Ooh. Walk away with 1,000 points.
Ooh.
Or lose it all. Everyone's saying, well, Eric says flower. Matt Watkins says quit. Brittany joined. Cedric says flower. Andrew has joined.
Wait, what happened?
Jan says flower. Think about the points. 1,000 points or you want to walk away.
Anytime you want to know. Gonna walk away, but I'm guessing 1. In 3, 2, 1. Very, very good choice. So walked away. You got yourself 1,000 reward points. Congratulations, mate. All right. It is Larissa Walker. It is your time to shine. In the hot seat. Congratulations to Devon. Woohoo! Good job. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, 1. All right, Larissa, it is time for you to get it in the hot seat. You have hand number 1, 2, or 3, or number 4 for a chance to win 500 reward points to get on the board. Let us know in the comments 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a chance to win 500 reward points. Of course, you could walk away with nothing if you wanted to.
Good game, Devon. Oh yeah, if you're so excited for the SD launch, you can always just walk away. Yeah.
John says 3. Brenton says 2.
Cedric says 3.
Larissa says 2. All right. All I can say, she's made a decision.
Good decision.
If you've gone for hand number 3, you would have got yourself 500. If you've gone for hand number 4, you would have got 500. But no, you decided to go for hand number 2 and 3, 2, 1. Boom! Congratulations. Well, we're being generous today. Everyone's winning points. Everyone's winning points. All right. Here we go, Larissa. You got yourself 2 hands, 2 coins for a chance to win 1,000 reward points. 3, 2, 1, boom! Are you like messing with their minds, doing double?
All right then. Go on.
All right, okay. For a chance to win 1,000 reward points, go for hand number 1, 2, or 3. 66% chance. Let us know in the comments. Martin John Palmer says 1. Cedric says 2. Brenton says 1.
Michael Berger's panicking.
He's gonna get. He went out first time, I think. DC.
Oh yeah.
This is not his first time. This is his second time. What is up, Cole Campbell? Eric says number 2. Larissa says 1. All right, here we go. If you've gone for hand number 2, you would have got yourself 1,000 reward points. But no, you decided to go 50-50 in 3, 2, 1. B. Nice.
Sorry, love.
Sorry about that, Larissa. Thanks for being a sport. Maybe better luck next time. We have.
You should never
DC.
rush a lady. All right.
Take her time.
Give her time next time.
Well, you're the one who was rushing her ass.
I wasn't rushing. You were the one.
Oh,
who
that's true.
All I said is that if you're excited for the SD launch, then just walk away.
All right, here we go. And we go back at it again. We have in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. DC. 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a chance to win 500 reward points. Let us know in the comments.
Here we go again. That's the fastest loss again. Nice, good spot, Larissa. Martin says 4. Michael says 3.
All right, here we go. If you had gone for hand number 1, you would have got yourself 500 reward points. If you've gone for hand number 2, you would have got yourself 500 reward points. But no, you decided to go 50-50, and you decided to do what nobody else has ever done before, and that's lose twice in a row. D9 for the fastest loss ever.
Oh my
DC. What happened? Send my love to ID, mate. Unfortunately, you don't walk back with points just today. And that is this week's Who Dat.
Good game, guys.
GG, DC, GG. What's the percentage on that, Chocks?
Oh, done.
Alright, cool. Let's get that uploaded. Oh, it's here. No? I took it. No? Is it? You took it, yeah? Alright, cool. Alright, guys. It is time, if you do us the honor of actually start to if you can actually get the share out the stream, I'd appreciate that. We're about to show everything there is about the Artorias SD and the exclusive that comes as a choice for that. Master of the 25%. That's right, Michael. So, yeah. If you could share that out, that'd be much appreciated. Now, we have an awesome trailer to show. But it shows everything. So I'm not thinking, shall we... Chocks, do we show the trailer first?
Hey?
Do we show the trailer first?
We normally show the trailer in the stream.
We do. But do we show the trailer first, or we actually show the stuff first? I think, why don't we show the stuff first? Because it's hard to experience the box.
We normally show the trailer first, don't
We do, but this is the first time to ever do one like this.
we? Yeah. Let's show them the goods first, yeah?
Let's show the goods first.
Because they've seen the goods, but it's been nice to see.
Yeah, and the main thing is about that exclusive box and the packaging itself. It's really, really part of this exclusive. So, yes, here we go, guys. It is time to show you that. Hey, Eleanor, sorry to hear that. Didn't see your answers for sure. Carlos, MGS licenses, you know, for all of this, if we can prove it does well, we can look at doing PVCs for lots of things moving forwards. I was hoping for more points. You must not have comments in the same order then. What is up, Patrick? All right. Is it working, Chocks? Did you do that section?
Yeah.
It's all there?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, let's upload it. All right, so what we're going to do is let us do it. We're going to show you things first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get the Chocks. I'll get the SD packaging then, yeah?
Yeah.
The regular. That's what we show first. Yeah. I'll just bring it in, yeah? Or am I waiting for you?
No, don't wait. You can
Yeah?
show it. Yeah,
Oh,
you can
okay.
show it to the guys.
Yeah, because they've seen obviously what the figure looks like, but they haven't seen the packaging.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, boom! This is the mock-up of the packaging. It's still not 100% finished. There's still some tweaks to be made, but hopefully you like what you see. Now check it out, guys. Obviously, what we have in a fantastic design, Sandy's done an amazing job as always, is this beautiful design, which you can obviously see is Artorias' helmet. And you can see that Artorias helmet with the die cut on the side really comes down and comes down at the bottom here, and then you have at the bottom this lovely blue, the darky blue of his clothing underneath. So check it out, guys. That is the top part and the sides. Nice packaging, because these are going to go on shelves and they need to be there to attract people. So hopefully you like that. Now, this is obviously the image of the character itself, and that's been done in a gloss UV finish. You can see that it's got a bit of gloss when you compare to the matte of this area here. Now this is the old logo. This is the old SD logo that you see here. It is not the same as the one that we've obviously done now. Obviously you guys have seen the revised SD logo. That will be changed there. And if you look at the top, we always have a bit of light that can shine through, so that allows for the figure itself to get the lighting from above. And of course you have the kind of pattern that you see on his scarf. We brought that onto the actual packaging itself. So this is the regular box from the front and the sides. Obviously more Dark Souls, and the SD will be there, the number will be there. Obviously that will be SD01/001 and then 01 on that. Same on the other side. Some protections and, you know, about us, etc, etc. Now, of course, if we have a look at the front of Artorias himself, the main event in there, what you will notice is that the front of his, the front of the polystyrene, sorry, of the foam, sorry, not the foam, the front of the clamshell has been, obviously not this window on the front, that's for protection, has been carved out, it's been cut out. So when you actually look at it IRL, you can really sort of see it better. Because if it had double packaging, if it had double clamshell, like the clamshell on the front and the clamshell on the inside, it would be harder to see. But we cut out the face in order to make it easier to see. We did the same thing for Crash as well. I don't think we did it. Did we do it for Breath of the Wild? I don't think we did. I think we learned from that, and that's how we did it.
Yeah, we did. Did we not? We did. So we can see the face better.
Right. For Link as well, are you sure?
I believe so.
Okay,
yeah.
maybe we did. Okay, so we used that as well. Of course, on the back we have some pictures, barcode, licensed. Again, we're going to be changing the DS, sorry, the SD, etc., all that sort of stuff. And on the back, that's me.
Right.
That's you, Chocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Something wrong?
Yeah.
Really? Where?
That's completely wrong. Make sure we get that sorted out, yeah.
All right.
And then that is basically the exclusive, the regular packaging. We really hope that this goes out and represents us as a company, and it involves that it's going to be on lots of shelves, and hopefully we'll go out there, and then of course that will bring people into the club. There's going to be a leaflet in there, etc, etc. No sort of things about that. All right, so this is the exclusive, sorry, the regular version. And now let's have a look at the exclusive box. We've done a lot of thinking about this, and we've really sort of gotten there. Now, the exclusive box, just like with Crash, we only came out with a mock-up at the time of launch. But hopefully those have now subsequently seen it afterwards. I did a video after we got the final version with all the bells and whistles. And when we did the actually release in people's hands, they could actually see the quality difference of the exclusive box in the same materials. All right, Chuck, so why don't we start from the very beginning. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, here we go. Check it out, guys. This is the bottom of the box. Now, right now, it is in just a white. It's just white paint. Sorry, just a white print. This will be in silver foil. This will be in silver foil, Dark Souls. All this will be in beautiful silver metallic foil. Of course, this is an area that we'll leave to write the number. Of course, our logo, obviously license, etc., etc. here. So this will be on the very, very bottom of the box of the exclusive version. Right, and it allows for you to know the number right at the bottom. Because last time I don't think we did that. We didn't do that for Bandai. We didn't put the number on the bottom of the box for Crash. I don't believe.
It was on the side.
It was on the. You had to open it up.
You open the metal flap, and it's on
right
it's on
here.
the side.
Now, if you look at the bottom over here, this is a white strip. We're going to be changing that so it has some. I believe it might be white, but this is going to be in foil. I can't remember exactly what it is. There's going to be definitely some foil.
Yeah, either foil or UV or something.
Yeah, and this is first time that you can see the. I think there's definitely foil. I need to confirm what it is. But this is the first time you can see the logo itself of the SD on the actual side of the package right there. Okay. Now, this is actually a very different design to what we did with crash. So when we start going through all the different sections of the exclusive packaging, you have to consider the fact that for crash, a lot of people really like the packaging, but they couldn't display their crash or anything like that with it, and it was some consideration. A lot of people actually put it on top of the box because the box is so nice you don't want to throw it away. All right, so here we go, guys. So that is the bottom. Yeah.
Did you say these are made out of the same sturdy box?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's the same sturdy box that a crash is all about. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to put it in?
Yeah, but that. Wait.
Make sure it goes in the right.
Yeah. Okay.
It slides in right here.
Yeah, that one goes in easily. So there you go, guys. You will be able to display it inside the exclusive box, facing forwards, just like that, almost like its own container, if you don't want to take it out. But of course, as we always say, Chocks, with all the PVCs, how many do you need?
Yeah.
How many do you need?
Well, you need around about 4.
You need 3.
It's 4 now.
Oh, it's 4 now. Normally it's 3. How does it
and you need 4 now because 1 for display. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 1 to play, 1 for a rainy day. What's the 4th one?
The 4th one is make that line success all the way.
But that doesn't rhyme. So
Yeah,
therefore,
success all the way. Yeah, 1 for play, 1 to display,
Oh.
1 for a rainy day. Yeah.
and
make this SD line success
all the way.
all the way.
That's the longest one I've ever heard. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It does. All right, guys. So there you go. That is the how you can display it like that. All right. Now, of course, the exclusive version comes with a numbered base. It comes with a numbered on the bottom as well. And on with that comes an authenticity card. So here we go, guys. We have a mock-up of the authenticity card and its thing. Now, all of this over here will be gold, silver foil. The thing that you see in white will be silver foil. Now, of course, this is a slot, and you'll be able to you know, put. This is where the authenticity card will be. Now, what you can notice on the bottom is there's this. Right? There's this little sort of a ribbon thing. And the reason why is because when you get it out of the box, when you open it up, it will be like that, right? And of course, if it's down like this, it's just an extra help just to remove it out of the way. Now, of course, you could put this on the inside of the box before you put the regular version. You know, you put your exclusive version inside, if that makes sense. All right. Now, this is if you were to get the exclusive version, but not the day 1 edition. Now, if you get the day 1 edition, no surprises, Chocks. What we've got over here, bada bing, bada boom. This is what you would come with instead. It will be the day 1 version, and it comes with the authenticity card and, of course, the day 1 thing itself. So there you go, guys. You can see how that is. That will have the lovely, lovely silver foil there as well. Now, of course, you're only going to have 1 of these, depending on what version you have. So, assuming that you are exclusive version and you're day 1, this is how it will come and how you will look. Before you pop it open, and again, it has that pop open there. Of course, it shows you that nice Artorias underneath there. All right. Oh, hey, Darcy, congratulations. I've just seen you join the stream, or you've been on the stream. You have won yourself a 153 Chocks.
All right.
4 people next week. All right. You have you won some points from last week, just in case you didn't know. All right, and that leaves us with the cover itself. Chocks, would you do me the honors?
Did you explain the inner card can go behind the regular box?
Yeah, I did. I did say that. Why don't we actually do that then? Yeah. All right. So this is bring out the regular packaging in there.
Carefully.
Yep. Okay.
So, like for example, you want to hide that. Put that inside there first.
Yep, put that right at the back. So that's gone in there. You can see it right there. Of course, assuming that you've removed it already. And then you can just turn it around. We've got it the right way around. Is it that correct way around up there?
Well, no.
Which is what?
Turn that round.
That way around, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, guys. Just so you have it, and it's actually more pushed to the front because of the thickness of the day 1. Or you know, the thickness of the thing is actually pushing it forward a little bit. Again, don't forget, guys, this is just the mock-up. Wait until you see the actual final version when it has it all, when it's all perfectly fitting and all that sort of stuff. All right, and here we go, guys. This is the beautiful cover. Now, let's show you how this looks. All right, we have here Dark Souls. This will be in silver foil. And this that you see over here in this light color over here will be UV. So it will shine and it will show the pattern of that, like the UV. If you've had Crash, you will understand what I'm talking about, having the pattern there and pattern there done in UV, and this will be done in silver foil. And likewise here, just on the side, Artorias' head will be in gloss UV. Will not be it will just be nice gloss UV there. Same thing for the other side, and obviously the same for this side over here as well. Now if we take a look at the front, this is the front, guys. Obviously we have a nice sort of outline highlight of Artorias himself there. That will be all in silver, sorry,
Knocking into the mic.
Silver sort of foil. All this beautiful texture pattern, all this pattern over here, all of that going down there and around will all be in silver foil. Basically, all of this will be in silver foil, so it's going to be bling bling shiny. It's going to be really, really shiny. So it's going to be, hopefully, you'll like that. And of course, if you have another look at the sort of texture detail on that, it's got that kind of leather texture. Whilst it's obviously not leather, it's got a nice sort of subtle look to it. So maybe you can't really sort of see it on the stream itself. Maybe it's not so clear, but it definitely looks nice. You can sort of see has a subtle texture to it. So when you go and have a look at it, it looks really, really cool. Now, of course, when you actually put the box itself directly, what you will notice, Chocks, do you want to hold that? Just a sec. And then you notice this. You'll notice that this box is actually, that I'm holding, is much deeper. And there's a reason then why we have this band here. When you see that I do this, I put this on here. Now, obviously, this is
in the right way.
I believe so. This is just a hand mock-up. Obviously, it will be tested for fitting before. I think the air's getting
because it's the thickness of the sticker that's been stuck onto the card right now.
That's right. Yeah.
So you don't want to push it all the way down just yet.
But here you go, guys. You can see. Getting that air out. There you go. Check it out, guys. So there you have it. It's supposed to be relieving the bottom over here to have the logo and all that sort of stuff go around there. So it's a lovely little package that you get when you actually get it. So it's not supposed to go down to the bottom. It's supposed to be showing the bottom over there, so you can see the number over there. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you like what you see. Now, the last but not least, we can actually take off this and flip it around to the other side, which is the back. Just want to hold the bottom there. That's actually not too bad. Yep. Okay. As I said, guys, you can obviously show it just like that. But obviously, if you wanted to, you can actually put that in. Like so, should you want to, you can put it in like that. And that is an improvement over Crash, where you can, if you wanted to, you could display it within the exclusive box. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much the exclusive packaging. We're really excited to have finally show you that, guys. Let us know what you think. Travis likes it. That's great. Travis say Inception.
Plenty of boxes, and we're going to make sure that this is going to be shipped out within its own brown box, like Crash, where Crash had like his imprint etched onto the side of all four sides of the brown box. So it's going to be placed inside one of those boxes, and then into a shipper box, because it seems like we've been receiving a lot of positive feedback and not so many damages with these boxes, because honestly these boxes are handmade and quite expensive, so we've got to make sure these boxes are packaged well, and hopefully they reach to you still in good condition, and you know, no bent corners or anything like that. So definitely a lot of effort being put onto those boxes. And yeah, what else? What's next? Don't worry, guys, we will get to the nitty-gritty stuff soon. You know, you guys want to know about the pricing, when it's going to be relaunched, when it's going to get released, you know, what's the NRD, what's the flexi payment plans, etc., etc. We will have that up very soon. That's right, Jay. People do care about boxes.
All right, guys. What I'm gonna do now, I should have figured this out earlier. We are going to now see you in 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so. We're gonna run a video for you to see, a bit of a hype trailer for this, just so you can get a better idea of. We really enjoyed making this.
This is just one of 2 videos, so we're gonna do a hype video, which hopefully you.
It's just one video for the stream.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying now.
Okay, sorry.
And then obviously after the stream, we will have the making of documentary, which is around about an hour and a half. That will go into more detail. Questions from you guys when we made the documentary post, and also some shout outs and how we decide to do this SD line.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, of course, as we did say, Cedric, it's not just the box, but of course it comes numbered as well. That's kind of important as well. Oh, by the way, where's the leaflet?
Yeah, where's the leaflet?
Is it in the box?
No,
well,
it could be in the box. Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right.
yeah, well.
All right, guys, we will see you very, very shortly. Enjoy this video. Check it out, guys. We've turned off the lights in the office, and here we have the exclusive version here with the light up function of the always on mode Chocks. There's a couple of versions of it, and of course it's that corruption lighting that up to give it that kind of that sort of added effect. Hopefully you guys can sort of see that, how that is giving some extra life to the corruption going around the base.
Don't worry, guys. I mean, right now we're using the PC camera, so the resolution is probably not very good. It's not helping the statue at all. We will make that video on YouTube shortly afterwards
in 4K. And likewise, the video that you would have just seen, it was slagging, it wasn't high res, all that sort of stuff. But hopefully you liked the sound, the music, the setup, and the way that was done. Let us know what you think of that. But check it out, guys. That is the exclusive version. Now, what's quite interesting is if you compare it to the regular version itself, actually, if you notice here, there's 1, 2, 3 layers. You can probably see 3 levels of bricks. 1, 2, and 3. The regular version actually only has 2, 1 and 2. The third one is created because it needed that extra thickness to house the batteries that powers this. Right, this is still not the final version of the bottom of the base, of course, as you can see, but it comes with the it's going to come with these extra paddings just to give it that bit of raise. It adds a little bit more weight to it. This is not the final version as well, so it's you know, it's how do I say? We don't have the final version of the weight of this just yet, but you know, it has a nice weight to it anyways. I mean, the regular version does, and the exclusive one is just going to be that much heavier. Well, not that much, just a little bit more heavy because it's slightly bigger itself. And of course, as you saw in the video, there is another version, of course, which is the animation of the lights itself. You can sort of see it like that. Because if you actually, what happens when you play the game, Chocks? What happens when you play the game?
Oh, he's one of his moves, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he starts doing the charging move. So, you know, you get the flames swirling at the bottom, and then it goes into like a typhoon, whirlwind kind of effect that goes around his body, and then it just whoosh, releases it all when the enemy gets close to it.
Of course, it's not just that. If you look at it, it's a mixture, Chocks, between the flame, which you see going over here, right? And then the wind, which is the parts that come out from behind. You can sort of see the levels here. This, if you look at the movement over here, this is flame going upwards, and this is wind coming around the sides, and that sort of encompasses him. And we wanted to make sure that it was not covering him, but kind of like framing him in a way, if that makes sense. Which is why
that's right, guys. I mean, like from for example, from Sonic 25th Resin, you notice that we started playing around with like animated LEDs, going a little bit deeper in that aspects, and then you know we carried on with you know other statues with animated LEDs in the works, and we thought, hey, why not use that, you know, that skill, that experience that we have, and put it in these SD lines as well. So hopefully, you know, obviously not every single one's going to have lights, but you know, character specific or has its own reasons. You know, when we do LEDs, we want to make sure that you know it has a couple modes, always on and animated.
Yeah. Josh, do you want to quickly hit that light so we can actually come looking at some of the details on this thing? Because we haven't actually specifically talked about the details that come with the actual product itself. It'll be nice just to sort of show you. The whole idea, what Chocks was saying, is almost looking like a resin PVC. Like a resin PVC. What do we call it, Chocks? We should coin our own phrase.
Res VC, yeah.
Res VC.
Res VC.
I like that, a Res VC. So, of course, look, if you look at the textures that are kept within the actual sculpt of the actual head, you can see it's got it all there, going up to the cloth textures itself.
Chill, Eleanor. I'll get to the price soon.
It's almost like if you put it next to your Artorias itself, your Artorias, if you have an exclusive version, or you know have an Artorias resin, you can really sort of see they look very, very good side by side. Look, even at the base yourself, you're seeing the kind of details, the kind of black corruption there on the bottom. Oh, sorry, Chuck, I'm going to hide you.
That's all right.
Yeah, and then you can see it's got like, I don't know if you can really see it. If you look over here, it's got like this kind of, it's got this kind of like a purple. So it's got the dark black there. So it's got like the black there. Then it's around there is sort of blue, and then like white lines, which is very similar to how we did it for the resins. All that sort of details have been added into that.
Sorry guys, no fake grass, but you know, we try and incorporate as much skills that we have on the resin side and transport that over to this SD line. So remember, these SD lines are going to be very cute, obviously because of the super deformed head, but very detailed. As always, just like the game and just like our resins, adding a touch of special effects.
It's really hard to see, but if you look at the back of the leg, Chocks, it has the same things that the Artorias resin has, where the leg is obviously molded in a way, you know, designed in a way that it's sort of half missing, which is, you know, his. But on there is corruption, the sort of shiny black. We've kept that inside there. You've got the corruption going through his scarf at the front, which is along this area here. Along this area here, it's that sort of shiny black. How can I say it, Chocks? All the details and the things that we learned from the original Artorias, we sort of compacted it into here.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, like a mixture of everything. I mean, like after a lot of research and experience, we say, yeah, people want some really nice bases, so we're trying to make that very nice, you know, from the top and the sides, adding some effects, because you know, as collectors of PVCs or resin. Some guys, the trend is like a lot of effects. We don't want to go overboard with the size. We don't want to make it too small where we lose a lot of details when it's too small. Reasonably size, nice packaging, and hopefully you guys will like the price point we have set for this this range.
Look at the detail on that. The chainmail.
And just to confirm, this is PVC right now that Alex is holding, not a resin piece.
But we go in there with a PVC, in a PVC environment with a resin thought process, which is very, very different to if you're only doing PVC. We can easily translate our resin expertise and resin know-how and apply it to the resin to the PVC rather than the other way around. Yeah,
one little insider tip: that plume, originally, when it was hand painted, I was told there was 64 lines just for that plume, right? But we had to come up with a way where we had to make the production phase much quicker. There's no way a painter could sit there and start painting 64 lines. So we went back and forth with the factory and made sure that
we created spray masks to hide within their lines and stuff, so it blends really, really well together. That overall it has a lovely
and then we compare that to the resin Arty plume, and they look really good.
And guys, the RT this RTSD plume will not break. So guys, we really hope that you like what you see here. There are details for days when you have a chance to look at it. I would say be very careful if you're looking at it. Do not poke yourself in the eye. This is sharp.
Be careful, yeah.
Be careful.
And at the end of the day, plastic are still sharp.
Yeah.
So just be careful handling it. Yeah. Best of, a big mixture of everything. Picking out the best ingredients. Obviously, sometimes using the best ingredients doesn't make a great dish, but we hope that from all the experience we have from the PVCs and the resins, this will be a defining moment for F4F.
All right, we hope so. We hope so. All right, guys, it's time to talk about the shipping and the pricing and all that sort of good stuff.
Right, let me go through that.
Are we going to do it in cups of coffee?
Well, first of all, you guys, I know some of you guys collect resins, and sometimes you think, hey, I can't have so many pieces ongoing at the same time. So we want to make this as easy, accessible as much as possible. We are offering this totally different to Crash Bandicoot. We are offering this 12 months, up to 12 months flexi payment plan. With Crash, it was one payment, right?
It was one high NRD.
One high NRD, which was 45, right? Yeah. And one final payment. So it was like two payments, and that was it. This one, up to 12 months flexi payment. Obviously, you guys know that we want to launch this out during the game launch. So around about May 23rd, 25th time, hopefully we can aim for that. So if you guys want to, if you don't want to wait for the 12-month plan, you could click on that button and say, hey, I want to pay it off and get this shipped to me. So that option is there, right? So 12-month plan, and we're only going to take a 20% NRD, all right? 20% of that SRP. So once we mention the price, you can work out the rest. We mention the SRP and then 20% NRD. And then up to 12 months.
Are we going to say the SRP, or are we going to say how many cups of coffee?
Yeah, you can. You got that in your head. Yeah, you work it out, right? So I just want to let you guys know, that this is very accessible. You can still collect your resins and still pick this on the side. And for PVC guys, I know you. All right, I collect PVCs myself as well, so I can totally understand how many PVCs you buy on the side as well. So this is absolutely a great offer.
How much is a Starbucks coffee nowadays?
Did we say $2 or is it $3?
$3. Well, how much is a Starbucks? Yeah, how much is a Starbucks tall or grande? What the hell? A medium one. What's the? I can't remember.
I can't remember how much it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. But once they let me know that, I can give the answer.
All right, then. So we do this in cups, right?
We will do it in cups once they let me know how many it is.
And just the guys. Brenton says $5.
$5, Jesus.
Edwin says $3.
Yes, Martin, there will be definitely two. There will be the Solaire will be following up. $5 is Jesus.
Can we just round it up to $5 then?
All right, $5.
All right, just easier Easier to work things out. $5.
All right, guys. How
If-
about this?
All right.
We'll call it 450.
All right then.
450. Okay, 450. Okay.
And this is based on a 12-month plan. All right.
If let's get this right. If you go on a 12-month plan, you must pay 20% first. So you've got to minus that from the that's already sunk. That's already
Right,
disappeared,
all
right?
right.
Then you divide that by 12.
The remaining 80%.
By 12.
By
correct.
12, right?
Exactly. You are looking at 1.5 cups of coffee a month that you can't drink in order to pay for this bad boy. If you retroactively apply all of that logic, you will figure out that I am referring to a $4.5 cup of coffee. 1.5 times of those equals 6.6 every month. $6.60 for 12 months after a 20%. If you tell me how good your algebra is, because if it was any good, you'll come back and immediately tell me, guys, that the price is $99.99, and you'll be absolutely correct. There you go, guys. $99.99, 20%, which is $20 to be taken the moment you place your order, which will only be available for 2 weeks plus a last chance weekend. Then after that, a 12-month plan will be $6.60 per month afterwards, plus shipping. And what I would say is, we are looking to try and get this out, if everything is okay, at the same time as the HD Master release, which is end of May. If you are on a 12-month plan and then you decide, oh, you really want to get it on that time it comes out, let's say it comes out at the end of May, you could at any time that you want remove the payment plan and just pay the outstanding balance and get it when you want it.
That's right. This is that price is for the exclusive version, so it includes the LED lights, the numbered base, authentication card, premium box. Don't forget, if you pre-order over this weekend, even on Tuesday, and validate on Tuesday, you get the day one edition as well. So 2 extra cards, extra reward points.
1 extra card.
Yeah, well, sorry,
two
yeah.
cards,
two
one
cards
extra
in
card,
total, right? But
Yeah.
so, for example, you place the order on our website, you get reward points for.
Did we leave the leaflet upstairs? I think we did.
Yeah, I think
we
so.
did. Yeah.
So you get the reward points with the statue. All right.
Yeah.
Then, if you place a pre-order on or validate on day one, you get extra reward points, and then on top of that, you get your 500 reward points. That's inside the packaging.
That's right.
So, 3 different ways for extra reward points.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. That's where we're at, guys. So right after the stream, Chocks, we will be putting this live.
Right.
As I said, there's no rush to get it. Obviously,
There's
get
no
if you
rush
want
to get it.
You
Go
just-
in there, check out we're going to make the website live. You can check out the content, the pricing, the flexi payment plans, and then we'll also, in due time, we'll upload the YouTube video, the making of documentary. Also, we'll switch on the hype video, so you guys can check that out again in 4K. And then, last but not least, I will make a post on the main page where you have a chance to win this statue, exclusive edition. 3 statues are up for grabs. Really straightforward. All you have to do is just click into the blog, enter your details, and then just sit and wait for the announcements. When the item is ready to ship out, I'll make the announcements then. So quite a lot of work to do after the stream, but yeah, if you guys got any more questions about this, do let us know.
Now, just to quickly let you know, the making of documentary won't be ready for another sort of 40 minutes or so. But what we will do is we will give you the link, so when it's ready, it will be live there. Just to make sense, it's gonna because that link is gonna be on the main page. It just won't be live.
Which link?
That link will be on the product page. It just won't show anything. It'll just say
right.
check back soon.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll be able to see that in about an hour. I know it's an hour and 20 minutes of that. It's all goodness there. In fact, I have a picture just so you can see, which I want to show you. This is a great.
Don't worry,
screenshot.
Cedric. We will post the shipping costs in the. What do you call it?
Oh yeah, well the shipping cost is what? It's about $18 to the US, and like, what is it for?
Hold on.
In the meantime, guys, check this out. That's a scene from the documentary. Oh, you can sort of see how they look together. They look really great. If you've got yourself an Artorias resin, they look great next to each other. Yeah, so we're looking at around about sort of EU area is around about 26 and US area is 18 and sort of progressively different from those areas itself. This is actually heavier and bigger than Crashes, so it's a bit of a sort of you know, slightly a couple more dollars more than that.
Yeah.
That's what it really is.
Actually, I got it here. If that makes. It's the.
Yeah. A few more dollars. Yeah.
There's only a couple of dollar difference. Yeah.
Because it is that much bigger. Hopefully, you guys like that.
We'll post the shipping costs in the Collectors Club.
Much appreciated, Ariana. I'm very glad to hear that. So yes, we will be much appreciated for the support, Jan. But Chocos won't be happy to hear you're only getting 2 because he's now pushing for 4. Let's repeat that. 1 to play.
Yeah.
1 to display. And 1 for a rainy day, and 1 for we want it to go all the way or something.
Yeah. One for the line to
go all the way.
To go all the way. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But you know, Jan's doing a good job by getting 2 though. You know, you're kind of half happy, yeah.
2 tonight. The other 2 on validation day.
There you go.
Is that right?
Much appreciated, Cedric. I appreciate that as well. All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping this up. We've got some work to do behind the scenes. Thank you so much for always hanging out with us. Today has been a a great Q&A. It's been longer than expected. 3.5 hours. Don't know how we're still standing. So thank you so much for joining us. There is 158 people on the stream. That is going to be a ton of TT points. Sorry, a ton of F4F feeding frenzy points to get right afterwards. So normally they go in literally less than a minute. This will go for a little bit longer. It will be around about 15 minutes or so while I've got to take time to make that TT, that F4F feeding frenzy ready. But of course, in the meantime, you know, hold tight, get on the page, get ready to enter that information, and we will be good to go.
Yeah, guys.
So, thank you.
Yeah, so just you know, once we've done the posted up the making the documentary and the hype video, please take the time to look into that, because the things we've shown you during this live stream ain't the best quality. So make sure you have a look at that. Take some screen grabs. Let the guys that couldn't join the stream, let them know how much it costs. Let them know about the flexi payment plans. And then share the info out.
One more thing, the referral links have been set up, so if you share out your referral link for the Artorias SD, it will be counting, of course, that when you refer it and someone places the order and then completes it, you will get your reward points based on that. I'll just double check to make sure that is the case one more time. Lorenzo's online?
Yes, he should be online. Yeah, we can
and
speak to him
Chocks, you want to talk about the giveaway?
Yeah. Well, the giveaway, I mean, obviously, I've just mentioned there's going to be free statue exclusive Artorias SD to give away. That's going to be posted on the main page once we start getting everything all done. So we just click onto that link, fill out a few information like your name and your email address, and then that's your entry to the statue giveaway. But most of all, before we go, last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Dabs for nominating us in the 2017 Poppies Award for Artorias. That was nominated for the best statue, and we won it. So apparently you guys went in there and voted for Artorias. So it's kind of a win-win situation tonight. Everything Dark Souls. So it's great that we received that news this week. So double whammy.
Yeah. Martin John Palmer's asking for the regular price. That is to be confirmed with the different regions as well.
Yeah.
So we still need to have feedback from the retailers themselves. Andrew, I'll tell you for sure that Mario is not our biggest line at all. Far from it. Probably quite below. It's... What is the biggest line?
What do you mean, what's the biggest line?
Oh, the biggest lines. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's hard to gauge right now, but I would definitely say that, it's still early days, but Metroid, Zelda, Dark Souls, Okami, Crash, and Spyro. Probably the biggest ones I'm thinking off the top of my head.
Biggest lines? What do you mean?
But yeah, look, absolutely. I mean, Andrew
I'm
was
lost.
saying, we would be all eyes back to Nintendo. We obviously very, very grateful for their support over the years, and we wouldn't be anywhere near what we are like now without their support. It's just
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo.
MGS as well. That's a strong line for us as well. So it's
we hope all of them are strong. Yeah.
yeah, sure. Yeah, so absolutely. So cool, guys. Right, 1:58 at the end of the bell, and we will be back at it again next week for Friday Q&A with Chocks A number 59.
How long we're putting up the? How long before we put the feeding frenzy up?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15
guys.
minutes, guys.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much once again. I'm your host, Alex.
I'm Chocks.
F4F is love.
F4F is life.
And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Laters.